That's what it sounds like when a girl is wearing the sweater I'm wearing right now, and she's on someone's lap. Ladies and gentlemen, that's
man.
right. Sorry, too much? Too much?
What happened to the Santa Claus
Oh,
angle?
sorry, Santa. Here comes Santa Claus. Here comes Santa
Now
Claus.
shake the bells, clown.
Here comes
Shake the
Santa
bells,
Claus.
clown.
Here comes Santa Claus. Guess
Here
what?
comes Santa Claus. Here comes
Guess
Santa Claus.
what,
Right
everybody?
down Santa Claus Lane.
Santa Claus came early this year, and guess what? He shaved his beard, he got himself a tan, put on about 100 pounds of muscle, and lost all his weight, except for maybe a couple problem areas, like just
not
below
all.
the belly button. The point is, Big Brown's here to say, I'm Santa Claus, and if you want a little on it, well, guess what? They came out with this. I've been taking this Alpha Brain, the stuff that you drink.
You talking about the instant Alpha Brain?
I'm talking about the Insta Alpha
the
Brain.
peach flavor?
Tasty, tasty, tasty.
Made by elves at On It Lab.
Made by
Little
elves. Little elves, little smart elves. They're just all brain. Tiny bodies and huge brain.
10% off. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Well, only if you're into your body and living almost. Go, hey, if you guys want to be smart as then go ahead and get yourself some Alpha Brain. But I'll tell you what, that's how you get smartest. If you want to be strongest and smartest, then go ahead and get yourself some Alpha Brain.
Okay.
Or by the way,
Can I try that?
yeah, go ahead.
If you want to be as smart as Santa Claus, try Alpha Brain, you fucked.
No, don't say smart as Santa Claus.
No, Santa Claus isn't that smart. When you think about it, he really
Don't
is.
call them fucks.
I'm not.
We're doing a. This
If
is
you're not drinking On It instant
It's a
Alpha
corporation, and they're a respectful corporation. They don't want to be aligned with the word F-U-C-K. Please, I'm asking you for a little respect in the holidays. It's a time of
is the
giving.
holidays.
So try it again and just say, we get it. We get what you're saying. Hey, if you guys want to be strongest, buy yourself some kettlebells and get involved in the program On It has to offer.
Okay. Merry Christmas, motherfucker.
Hey,
God,
listen, man.
dog.
You get too excited,
I
bro.
know, man. I'm sorry.
Here comes Santa Claus.
Here comes Santa Claus.
Come
Right
down
down
Santa
Santa
Claus
Claus
way. Yeah.
Now shake the bells when you sing.
I give till it hurts. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Give till it hurts.
That's not it. All right. Onit.com/fighter. 10% off. Christmas came early. Enjoy, you bad mother.
I bought. Listen, I bought my family zero.
Really?
Yeah, I leave that to the ladies in the household. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I bought
Almost
my whiff. I call her a whiff. Bought my whiff something really nice.
Is she gonna listen to the podcast so you can't say?
Probably, so I can't say it.
God, I
Let
wish
me put it
I
this
wish I
way.
could.
Expensive.
I wish I could figure out because last time you told me you bought her something really nice, you got her Samsonite luggage.
No, it was a Toomey luggage, and she loved it.
But you were so crunk about it.
was so
Brian
excited.
came in there. He's like, "Oh my god, the gift I got my girl, man, it's amazing." I'm like, "Oh yeah, would you get Louis Vuitton or something like that?" No, Samsonite.
Okay, when Carlos Boozer he put on this knapsack, and I had to say something. I had to. It was a Louis Vuitton knapsack, and it was so flashy, and it was so.
You feel like an asshole
And I
wearing
looked
it.
at him, and I go like this. I go, "You didn't buy that for yourself, did you?" And he goes, "I didn't know him very well."
Yeah.
It was only like a 4-hour flight, and he goes, "My girl got it for me." I go, "That's exactly right. There's no way you would wear that
There's
if your
no
girl
way.
had." And he goes, "It's true, man." You know,
Dude, I have a Louis Vuitton wallet, but it's black,
Yeah.
so you can get away with that. But when guys have the full blown Louis Vuitton luggage, backpack, carry on, it's like, oh man.
I know. You know what I want? I ultimately want jewelry, but I'm not going to wear it unless a woman buys it for me.
Well, what jewelry would you wear? Like I thought,
Like
you
a
know, like I
necklace.
bought myself a nice watch for a gift, right? I thought about getting you a watch, and then I'm like, you know what?
I won't wear it,
Brian
will
doesn't
I?
wear it. It's a waste of a good.
That's a nice watch. though.
Swiss
Let me
watch.
see that. That's a good watch. That's
Thanks,
a good
sir.
looking watch.
Yeah.
You know what it is? I have to take it off. Like my mother called me and said, "I have the perfect gift for you." I said, "What?" She goes, "It's the Apple Watch." And I said, "I'm not going to wear it. It'll sit in my drawer."
Apple Watch is a bad idea for you.
I think so, right?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta be balls deep in technology for that thing.
Yeah, I won't do it. And also, but jewelry, like I've always wanted to have something, like somebody give me something really awesome, like some beads from Tibet, and you can only get them from the center of the earth.
Hey, look at me.
It's not going to work, right?
Too old. You can't wear jewelry.
Damn it!
Well, you could if you were like fucking Bono or
Look at me.
or Aerosmith.
Too old.
You could do it.
Hey,
but it's
hey,
tough
hey,
now,
hey,
right?
you- too old. Told.
Like you just can't do it.
Just go. Told.
Told. You're too old.
T apostrophe O L.
You just can't do it. You know what I'm saying?
Told.
Like you can't wear V-necks and chains anymore.
I can't do it.
Unless you're a famous rock musician, you can't do
Yeah.
it.
I know. That's the problem. I can't wear yellow tinted glasses. You know, I'm very, very sensitive about that stuff.
That's why you won't get a nice car.
I appreciate you giving me a sweater just covered in bells.
Bro, first of all,
I mean-
I told you I was getting us holiday sweaters for the podcast this week. You picked that out.
I look like a fucking piñata with eyes.
You look like Kermit the Frog.
I look like a piñata. Like, you want to take a stick to me? I would take a stick to me.
It might be the greatest holiday sweater in history. It puts me in the mood, though.
I want to go running. I want to run a marathon.
I'll tell you what, man. I would rather just, I don't know, go do something like hanging out with the kids or something. Holidays to me aren't. I'm just not. I'm trying not to sound like the Grinch.
Yeah.
But God, how do I say this? I don't give a fuck about holidays.
You know what though? I will say this:
when you have kids,
when you have kids like my two kids and my niece, my wife's sister has the most adorable little girls.
Yeah, she's cute.
There's something awesome about having all of them. They get so excited about
different
Christmas.
animal.
I know.
Different animal.
With Santa, my father plays Santa every year, but my father, he's got this incredible outfit. He was always awesome at it, but he doesn't bother to change his voice. He's like, oh, I'm Santa Claus, and we're all like, well, you know,
everyone knows it's Grandpa.
Would know you.
Everyone knows it's Grandpa.
And kids nowadays, because they're so used to movies, then they see a fake beard and they're like, dude,
that's the problem with
it's a
kids.
fake beard, man.
See, when my kid comes, I can't wait for the holidays because that's gonna be fun. That's a different animal.
You could be
then
Santa.
They care.
You're big.
I could be Santa. I'm too tan. But the thing is,
also you're not good at do a ho ho.
Ho ho ho!
And that's a Merry Christmas, children.
Merry Christmas, little motherfuckers. God, dog. I don't know
No,
what it
you
is.
can't say that.
You can't do it.
Merry Christmas, you motherfuckers.
Hey,
What do you shitheads want? Sit on my lap, you little fucks.
don't you think in today's day and age with technology and phones and stuff, kids are kind of fucked, right?
Yeah.
Because the kids are way more smarter. They're more keen to what's going on. Like, you're not selling a kid that Santa's dropping off a jagillion gifts one night. You know what I'm saying?
Well, their tastes are probably more refined. So when a kid watches a movie, if you watch the original Wizard of Oz, and then you watch, Wizard of Oz now, or like that movie Pan or something, the special effects.
Pan or Pan?
I think it was Pan. It was about Peter Pan. But the special effects are unreal, man.
Well, now you can't tell the difference.
I know.
But you know what? I tried watching Scrooge last night with Bill Murray.
Yeah.
It was made in 1988.
Oof. Outdated.
When's the last time you watched that movie?
I know.
Acting's not great.
It's
the plot
tough.
is tough.
Tough.
Movies have come a long ways. And I was like, oh, I love this movie, blah, blah. And I haven't seen it, I don't know, since I was 10, 12. Me and my brother used to love it.
Yeah.
Put it on. I was like, holy shit. I got through halfway. I was like, I'm good. Bill Murray's still one of the greats.
Yes.
I'm good.
But the movies in the 80s also were very literal. They weren't so subtle. There was like good guys and bad guys.
Yes.
And there was, and it was before we really, everything changes. So things were very on the nose. Things were sappy, and there was swelling music, and you were kind of being manipulated to have an emotion.
There's not much to figure out.
Yeah, now we've become more cynical. Now we've been around. We've seen those movies. Yes. Now we want more nuance with our stuff. We want to be surprised with, no, he doesn't get the girl at the end, maybe. Or maybe he does, but this is when the work starts. If you think about our mythology, it's all about that. It's all about, at the end, the man and the woman get together and they live happily ever after. Well, we all know that that's when the work starts. That's actually
work like that.
No.
It doesn't work like it. Matter of fact, stats show that it definitely doesn't work like that.
That's right.
I think the divorce rate has never been higher.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
Well, because back in the day when, your parents, especially your parents, if you got married, that's how it was, man.
Yes.
There's no backing out. You are till death.
My
do
father
us part.
talks about that.
Now it's like, huh?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Dudes are getting married all the time.
My father talks about that. My father, is a 1950s generation guy who says, born in 1940, 5 years before, well, really at the start of World War World War II.
Yeah.
It was a very different set of rules. And he said, I got married and I entered a contract, and I'm going to honor that contract. And that's fucking hard. That's how a lot of people are of that generation.
Not this day and age. No way,
because we don't
man.
have to be. A lot of it you don't have to be.
Well, back then too was everything was more difficult, right? Mm-hmm. Now, granted, it's difficult, but I can go online and get a lawyer. I could get divorce papers to my girl. I'm not married, but if I was, I could make that happen like that. See ya.
Well, you
get half my shit. We'll figure it out.
I read an article about how people are having less children everywhere, except for in parts of Africa. But even in Africa, even in rural Africa, like in Ethiopia and stuff, where people used to have 9 kids because the infant mortality rate was so high that you usually lost 4 children before they got to the age of 5. Now with healthcare and with vaccines and all that stuff and better nutrition, kids are living to adults. So, you have a limited amount of land. You just can't have 9 kids. So more and more women are having 2 kids, 3 kids. That's what happens. And what's really fascinating is that in places like Italy and Spain and in Germany and stuff, the mean age is 46 years old. What that means is for the first time in history, we have way more old people than we have young people. When that happens, you don't have enough young people to support the old people because old people retire. So a lot of countries, it's actually good news for countries that are war-torn and places like Africa. The good news is that a lot of really wealthy countries need young people for their workforce. Believe it or not,
100%.
There's a work shortage of skilled laborers in a lot of countries. There's a major work shortage.
Don't you think people are getting older when they're deciding to have kids? Like you were older when you decided to have kids. Like back in your dad's ages, high school, military, kids.
Yes,
or
that's exactly
usually
what
high
they
school
did.
Kids, military
Yes, that's what they did. Yeah. And
now it's like, no way, man.
Well, why would a woman have a kid? She can have independence. She can own. Now it's a lot cheaper too. We were talking to Adam Carolla about this. Money doesn't buy you what it used to to an extent. Like now you can.
We also live in Los Angeles. I don't agree with that.
No. What I mean is that you can still like a plumber, a guy who works, a manual laborer, a guy with a good job, a mechanic, car mechanic at Toyota. There's a good working wage there. I know people are struggling, but for the most part, a lot of families that are middle class and working class have the necessities like a flat screen TV, like cable, like
advancement in technology.
Yeah, and like a car
cheaper.
that runs that doesn't break down. Those kinds of things. That used to be not so much the case. That used to be you had to make very strong choices, and now there is an equality of consumption. There really is.
Well, just with technology, things get cheaper.
Yeah. Cell phone. How many people in Africa? I can't remember what it was. Some crazy number of people in Africa have cell phones. Crazy. Way more people have cell phones than they do toilets and running water.
And I think it was in Kenya, they're the first ones to figure out these cell phones. Like you said, a lot of them don't have running water, but they have cell phones where I forget the exact technology, but they're the first ones to do it where there's no plan. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I want to say you have really been reading a lot and you never used to. And you figured out, about 2 years ago that reading is going to make the difference. And I can't imagine you'll ever go back to not reading now that you read so much. Because we talk and you have a point of view on a lot of things in the world. So you should talk to a little bit about, I'd be interested in your perspective now on why. Because, a lot of people don't read. And we know this. Why do you think it's important?
Well, for me, think about it. I hang out with you, Joe Rogan, a guy's a lot smarter than me. Right?
Not smarter, just
different,
more informed,
older,
more informed,
more experienced, more informed. Right.
Yeah.
So, I was talking to Rogan. I obviously listen to his podcast. I'm on there all the time. I was talking to you and Rogan, and I said, "How do you guys get all this information?" Rogan goes, "I just read, man." Mm-hmm. So you don't. For me, it's not that I felt stupid, but I think especially where my career's going, you gotta know what's going on in the world, man. Yeah. You have to know. Yeah. Like obviously I have my black belt in MMA and football and sports. You want to talk about sports? Yeah, I go balls deep in sports. But if that is all you can do, man, you're really limiting yourself.
Yes.
And also you want to be funny, you better know what's going on, man.
Bill Burr said that. We're going to have Bill Burr on. He was talking about the reason he's a helicopter pilot and he cooks and he likes cars and he tries to diversify and get involved in all these things because he's not good at it. But what happens is it opens his mind up to other perspectives, and he's able to write comedy from that perspective. If you just are doing one thing over and over again,
there's no way. No. Yeah. Also, the other thing is having a kid.
Yeah.
Having a kid, you don't want what?
Set a good example.
You gotta set a good.
Not only that,
and you want to know your stuff.
Fuck yeah! But also the other thing about having a kid is that the world changes around you, and if the wrong people with the wrong ideas get power, they can change your child's life for the worst. And that's how I look at it. I want to have ammunition. I want to be able to fight back. I want to be able to fight back against ignorance and people with their point of view.
But because the smarter he is, the smarter I am, the more I can relate to him.
Bill Burr
right?
just called me. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
that's me with all my fast twitch muscle jumping in the air and throwing my groin at Brendan. So you're quietly impressed with that?
No, it's just an interesting photo.
No,
It's an interesting photo.
All right.
really.
Listen,
All right.
you're one of those guys. You don't need compliments. You actually need to be pulled down a little
Yes,
bit to
Bill.
be tethered.
I give
to,
myself-
to something, and I would say that it betrays an underlying insecurity, but there isn't with you. You're just full on fucking ego.
I'm a full on
ego.
mess.
Like you probably thought that was an ugly sweater until you put it on,
Well,
and then you're just like, yeah, no, I'm totally rocking this right now.
well, this is
That's
our funny
like,
thing where he bought this for me.
Our funny
and he put
thing.
me in these bells
Huh?
because it's Christmas. Mm-hmm. It's kind of a
It is
bad.
Christmas,
it's
isn't
like
it?
It's a bad radio
It is
show.
Christmas.
It is.
Thank you,
I
Brian
wanted you
Callen.
to know, man.
I wish my podcast was as informative as the first minute of this.
Life-changing.
It is Christmas.
Life
There
changing,
are two
Bill.
things I want to talk about with you. First of all, you're we're going to talk about your cartoon.
Do you have enough media going right now? We got the audio, we got it filming there. He's on the keyboards, I think, and you got
He's
iPhone.
on the keyboard.
And you got the iPhone going.
He's sketching.
3D.
He's sketching
There's
on a
no
computer.
way anybody could miss this.
Yeah, he's sketching your face right now. He's doing your likeness with an etch and sketch right now.
All right.
Now, part of the reason you're successful, I think, and you sold out Madison Square Garden, which is amazing, but I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that you have red hair. Yes, I mean, I feel like if I had been a little bit more red, because you're kind of a minority, so the media opens up
Oh,
for a
that's
minority
right.
like
Yeah.
yourself.
There was that whole unspoken minority of people. There was not. There was a sea of redheads.
People who do
That brought
poorly,
all the
people who do
tickets.
poorly in the sun, ladies and gentlemen, get an up.
Yeah, all showed up. That's exactly what it was. It's nothing but a gimmick. It's been a gimmick for years till you just exposed it. You have a scar on your thumb, and you have some sort of weird
Well, I
extra
broke
bone.
it punching somebody.
Extra bone.
Extra bone.
I broke it punching.
Both
a
on
guy.
the right finger.
Yeah, that's
Very
true.
similar.
Is that when you guys
Let me see
became
yours,
friends?
Yeah, we bonded over our thumb.
Let me see yours.
You guys had a thumb wrestle to a draw, and you were like, you know what? I like you.
You know what?
You're
Let's
like-
do
you're
this.
like, I
Let's
like
do
you
a show
too.
together.
I
Yeah.
hooked the guy in the chest in Taekwondo. I hit him here and I broke my thumb and never got it fixed when I was a young man. He was much stronger. The guy was Asian American. Details.
Asian American.
Was he a redhead? He was, and he was at my show.
Burr. William
Callen.
Burr. You almost flew your helicopter today?
I was gonna, but my wife was sick, so and I had a couple. Yeah, I drank a little bit too much last night, so I was like, fuck it.
You have to pass.
I think at FAA you can't drink 24 hours before you operate an aircraft, right?
It's 8 hours.
8 hours.
8 hours.
How many times have you flown a helicopter alone? Because I hear it's very difficult.
I'm closing in a little over 90 hours. I'm brand new, and 12 of those have been solo.
Do you still get nervous as fuck? Or
Yeah, there's a nervousness, but once you're up there and you're doing it, it's this really indescribable, awesome feeling. You know, when you're flying over the Rose Bowl at Dodger Stadium or
dang, that
something.
sounds dope.
That's cool. But the only thing is, though, is when somebody makes a radio call and you can't quite hear it, but you know they're in your vicinity, that gets scary. And a lot of these fucking guys, like, I really enunciate because a lot of times it just sounds like, and you just hear that. I always just, if I can hear the altitude they're at, I just, like, if they're at the same, if I hear blah, 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 1,000 feet, and I'm at the same thing, and they're, on my frequency, I'm like, all right, when we go down to 800,
yeah.
I'll go up to 1,200 if I can't hear them. But that doesn't happen too often. But there's some guys, they just get on it. They're just like, helicopter.
They're doing that.
And you're just like, dude, what the fuck
That
did you
Chuck
just...
Yeager kind
Let's
of.
It's
not
like,
run
dude,
into
it's
each
like,
other.
Dude, your life is... Our
Yeah.
lives are in our hands right now. Why don't you fucking... I'm always like, basin traffic, helicopter, November, 759er.
Use your words.
You know,
Yeah.
I had somebody explain to me how intricate it is to fly a helicopter in comparison to a plane. Because my dad used to fly planes. And I'd
Ground
sit-
school's the hardest fucking thing.
Well, because you're dealing with. There are two things that to me seem very scary, give me anxiety. One is put me on a bull, and the other is make me fly a helicopter alone, like in the James Bond movie where he breaks into the helicopter.
Oh, no, dude.
Hurry up!
A bull is infinitely... Dude, driving down the 405 during rush hour traffic is infinitely more dangerous than flying a helicopter.
No,
Infinitely.
But
really?
you have to
Dude,
use
look up in the sky.
Yeah, there's
What do you?
nothing
There's
there.
nothing there.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to be a fucking idiot. I shouldn't say this because I'll probably kill myself. You got to be a fucking idiot. Like, they tell you what to do if you just follow the fucking rules. But there's always the thing. There's always the other guy, though. So that's what I'm finding. It's like, riding a motorcycle where it's like no matter how good a rider you are, there's still people texting and not paying attention, or people just outright suck. So, you know, there is that element of it. One of the weird things about also getting your license is just people didn't just constantly talk about how you're going to die. So I try not to tell people.
It's true though. There's no area for mistakes. Like if I'm driving down the 405, I'm, fender bender, we're good. Keep on keeping on.
Right.
If you mess up your helicopter, it's game over. Unless you're Harrison Ford, which wasn't a helicopter.
Within reason. He was also, from what I heard, was flying like an all-original World War I.
Let's not.
Yeah, that's
do
great.
that.
Don't get antique about
you
your
don't get. I mean, these guys got fucking brass balls. I wouldn't do that.
No, that's where I want
So,
technology. Like I want the up to date technology because you can't glide in a helicopter.
Like, are you in a
Yes.
one-man
No, you can't.
helicopter?
You can?
It's not you're gliding. What you do is if there's an engine failure, it's just auto rotation. Rotation. So what you're doing is when the engine's working, it's drawing air into the main rotor.
Okay.
It's called induced flow, if I remember correctly from
Boom.
ground school. But when it cuts out on you, and you're using the weight of the ship and your forward speed to keep it turning, and now it's going up. So it's just turning like a fan. So and actually your big thing when you're going down is not to overspeed the main rotor. I mean, because it's going to really turn. So
No, I know about that.
It's something. It sounds very complex, but it's actually very easy.
Yeah, you're not supposed to overload the main rotor, duh.
Are you in a one-man helicopter? What kind of helicopter are we talking?
It's just
here?
a little Robinson R-22, and from what I've heard, if you can fly that, you can essentially fly anything if you can hold a hover, because it's like driving a car that has no power steering, no power brakes. It's like you're really doing it.
Bare essential.
So
yeah.
like when you get to higher helicopters, from what I've heard, I'm really a novice and should not be talking about this. I only have 90 hours,
Yeah,
but
but
like
you're flying solo, so
You're a helicopter expert to us. Bro.
yeah, but I'm like a fucking 16-year-old who's trying to grow a mustache who just got his. It's not that big. Look.
It's like playing
this
the
thing
drums.
that looks like I play drums too.
Yeah.
The thing that looks like an emergency brake, that's just up and down,
okay.
and this is your steering wheel. And then if you want to look over here, you'd go to the left. You want to go. I mean, for me, it was the ground school. You know, it usually takes anybody about 8 to 9 hours of, which is about 8 lessons, and then you can hold a hover. I mean,
Really?
Yeah, it's not.
Because I was going to ask you how many hours.
If you went full time, you could. In 3 months, you could have your ticket and you could fly.
If you're not a
Okay, but
dumbass.
3 months. That's a long time.
If you're committed and you study and all of that shit, if you go full time, dude, they're teaching like what my school. They were teaching a lot of people from China because they opened up whatever that now regular people can get it over there. Civilians, I guess you never could. And these people coming over here, with passable English. I mean, I couldn't go to China with passable Chinese and learn how to fly a helicopter. And what those kids are doing is amazing. So. Yeah. You could do it. I mean, you got to want to do it. And then
Why do you
there's
think you
also
wanted to do it?
a certain level of, there's a certain level. Yeah, you got to have that nerve.
Yeah.
Like when you fucking get good at it, when you think you're good, and then you're just like, and then not letting you solo, you're kind of frustrated. Like, the fuck, I know what I'm doing. When is this guy going to blah, blah, blah? But then when he finally, you set it down and he steps out, and, and he just has you taxi along. You're like you're literally like, 5 feet off the ground, just taxiing, but you just with that fucking thing, spinning and everything. Then all of a sudden you're just like, oh, you think I'm ready? Like, if I get your voice goes up, but
I like that you were talking about on Rogan. I listened to your podcast about how, and I think it makes a lot of sense. You put yourself in a lot of positions where you're not that good at something, but it informs your comedy. Like it opens you up to lots of different perspectives.
Yeah.
And I'm a huge believer in that,
No, or else you run out, because what you're doing is it's like you're strip mining everything that you've done in your life up to that point. And they'll get to a point where you've done it. I talked about my
100%.
childhood, talked about my family, talked about college, high school. I talked about getting hammered, getting arrested. I've done all my kid shit like into adult, and now I'm done. And then if you're just going to go topical, I guess at that point. But if you keep, a lot of the reason why your childhood and everything, I think, is so rich, aside from the fact that you weren't doing stand-up as a kid, so it's still all laying there. But it was constantly learning how to read, learning how to talk to girls, your first date, learning how to drive, getting beat up. Like, it's just everything was just a new experience. You always felt like, I always felt a little unsure, and I always tried to baby step my way in, and I always, I made an ass of myself a lot.
Really showing you how to make a pie crust.
Is it funny or you're dead serious?
It's
You're
hilarious.
like Rachel Ray.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
Really?
Yeah, it's funny and
hilarious.
I'm
watch
dead
that.
serious.
You should have your own cooking show because it was ridiculous.
Well, I'm very limited as a cooker. As far as just like something that's going to be interesting, because other than that, you have all these people that actually know how to cook out there. So if I went, hey, that's how you make a steak. I mean, there's a bunch of people that
Yeah.
know how to do it better. But a pie crust is just something. It was just weird and random that I knew how to do it, and I was always talking about that in my act and shit. So people go, why don't you make a video? Teach me how to do it and blah, blah, blah. And it just was just like, oh, yeah, that's going to be hilarious. I'll just dress like a baker.
It was
I won't
so
know what,
funny.
Really?
Oh man, you should do that
on
every.
YouTube?
You know, for me, like you were talking about, it's so I never thought of this, but like we're the same age. I'm 48. How old are you now?
47.
Yeah. So what happens is you get to a point where kind of the mystery of life breaks down, right? So you're kind of like, you know, like you see somebody who's really good at something, like a tennis player. You go, well, you just did that a lot, and you happen to have a mindset that got you to be, you know, one of the
There's
best. or
the
whatever.
insecurity.
What's that?
Right there. There it is.
that I've never-
I just
that I-
found it.
What was it that I'm not?
You just said you see a guy who's great at tennis rather than being like, wow, that guy's got a gift. You're like, oh, you know, you just did that a lot.
No.
You know, you see those nice
It's more than a gift.
thick
though.
thighs
Yes.
as he's out there just stopping on
Yeah.
a dime. Knowing.
It's true.
Knowing. He'd
That I
just
don't
be
have
eating
it.
your lunch out there. No matter what surface.
True, dude.
Grass, clay, the hard court. Yeah, there it is. There it is. All right.
No matter what.
What was
surface.
that? That was like 10 minutes
Bill,
in.
that
We
was
found
good,
it.
dude.
We found it.
Because you don't just ride. You don't just know how to fucking fly a helicopter. You can mine my depths. You're also an emotional miner. Thank you for that.
No, it was right there on the surface. I just
Was
didn't
it?
see I
I'm
shouldn't
not
see
that
it.
deep.
No.
Shit.
Well,
No, but
if you've hung out with Brian before, though, Bill, he sizes up everyone. You know this. Like before he came in, he's talking about Leo Flowers.
Yeah.
He's like, I was walking down the street with Leo
no,
Flowers.
I was in the mirror at the gym, and he was a D1 ball player, and I looked at my body and his, and I went, oh, I walk around thinking I'm actually look a little similar to you. Well, of course I don't.
We do this every
and
week, though, Bill.
I look like I have rickets. I look like I just didn't get enough nutrition in the
Every
womb
week.
compared to you.
I like
We
that
just every
he
week.
feels like he needs to tell me that.
He said that to me too.
I go, why are you telling me this? Why are you telling
Yeah, I
me?
thought you played
You're
for the
48.
Giants.
I don't
All right,
give
you
a
know what
fuck.
blows my mind as far as like fighting is you could literally tell me the punch you were going to throw. The most basic thing, a jab.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw it with my left hand in 3, 2, and you could throw it in slow motion. You'd still hit me dead in the face.
Yeah.
Maybe I'd get. I can't slip a punch.
Well, but
save
that's
my life.
I box, and the reason he always says, "Why are you boxing? Why are you sparring?" I'm so bad, but I do it. I was trying to get to the point. I do it because
What
I'm,
do you look
I'm
at?
afraid I'm afraid of it, and I'm not.
Can I
good
talk
at
to
it.
the professional fighter?
Yes.
Not
Yeah,
the
no,
comedian.
yeah, please,
Yes.
please.
See, the ego. He just jumps in like, oh,
well,
I must be talking to Brian.
talking
Gallen.
Bill, welcome to Fire in the
I'm
Gym.
talking about being
Yeah.
bad at
Tell
it.
you
I'm talking
about
about I'm not good at it, and that's why it puts me in that
Yeah, but you
position.
still took the spotlight. I was
I'm sorry.
clearly
I'm sorry.
talking
I
to the
apologize.
professional fighter, not the professional
I'm
comedian.
leaning back. Guy, what do you look at?
I look at their chest.
That's what they always say. Where in the chest do you look?
Right here, man.
And
Right
what
here.
are you looking for?
Because a guy.
All I see is Santa's hat.
I know, right?
Bam.
Ridiculous. But you can use, if you stare at, especially an experienced fighter, if you like look at their eyes, they're gonna. I call it honey dicking. So they're gonna bait you into where you think they're gonna punch. So if you stare at their face, it's trouble.
shit, I
'Cause they
never
look
thought of
down, they look at certain areas to get you to look over there, and they're going different.
Okay, so when you look,
Right, the chest, because you can see everything, especially MMA, right? Because boxing.
oh, so you're not literally looking to see their chest moving. If you look in the dead center, you'll see
yes,
either this stuff.
you can
Oh.
see hips, everything.
What about when you're guarding somebody? They said when you're a cornerback or somebody's going out for a pass, you're supposed to look at their hips. If somebody's trying to shuck you and they're trying to get behind you and catch a pass
Yeah.
playing football, is it different with football? Do you look at their hips or you still look at their chest? I was told the hips. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I never played cornerback. I don't know. That'd be tough.
So how long did it take you to get proficient at that? How many times did you have to get hit in the head?
Some would argue never. I'm still not. Still not good at it. You know, I retired, so I probably wasn't too good at it. I probably wouldn't have retired early.
But you won Golden Gloves, right?
Yeah. I mean, I was a high level fighter, but in MMA, it's different because, especially at heavyweight, the margin of error is so small. I might have moved my head 50 times, but the one time I didn't move it the right way, I went right instead of left, it ended the night. That's heavyweight.
Jesus.
I know, man.
Well, now that you're retired, here's the thing that non-fighters always ask: you can get your ears drained, right? They can stick it in and pull
No.
the blood out. Does it
when it-
calcify?
Yeah,
Is that the
when
word?
it calcifies. So when it first happened, it's like soft, and I used to get it drained all the time. And then I had like 2 surgeries on this ear. Looks terrible.
Gotta scrape
It looks
it,
like
right?
a tortellini. Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, but it's also it's just you might as well be walking around with your black belt on. When people see that,
True.
they're just like,
I
yeah,
know.
not fucking with that guy.
Exactly.
I
Not
could
that I
get,
would anyways.
I could get it smoothed out now, but it's,
Right.
it's
Joke at the office. I mean, yeah. I mean, I had
Don't joke at
I
the
had
office.
fights right up until about junior high, because I was like baby fat kid, so I could lean on you up until about 5th, 6th grade, and then there was always like that kid, in 7th grade they just started shooting up, and I hit puberty late, and then all of a sudden I went from being like light heavyweight to like a featherweight, man. Like I was barely 5 feet tall, and then everybody was like taller than me. So, and then also kids started to get coordinated and got over 100 pounds, and that's when you started seeing blood and teeth chipped. And I just sat there going like, yeah, man, I'm not cut out for that. I'm all set
Well,
on
Boston too, like that area of
that. This is how a comedy club kicks somebody out. They take them to the door and they stick them just on the other side of it, and then they close the door.
Well-
Don't lock it and just walk away. And then invariably, that same fucking guy, when you're out there whoring yourself out selling merch, you look up and he's 3 guys away. What's funny to me is they stand in the line to then want to fight. They're sitting there fuming, and you just see them, and then you're just going like, all right, let me take a little more time with this person. Hey, the fucking guy's back, man. Can you do something about that? Yeah.
2 people away.
Have you had any fights in the? Have you seen any fights in the audience when you've been
Well,
performing?
have you seen that video with I forget who the comedian is, and it's him and his wife. It's mainly all African American show, and the comedian's African American, and the wife is heckling the guy, and so he puts the mic. In
The wife is heckling her husband.
and he goes, "Hold on." He goes, "Hold on." And he goes, "You want to do this?" And then he just roast the wife and the husband. I mean, fucking thrashes both of them. And the husband goes, "You say one more thing, I'm come up there." And he again goes. So the dude goes to walk up there, hit the comic, and security. Someone comes from left field, cold
Oh, I
cock,
saw
dude,
that.
knocks him out.
Yeah.
And then the dude just keeps going and roasting him. And then and at the end of the show, he goes, "You know what the fuck up thing is? I'm such a good comedian. His wife sat through this entire show while her husband's knocked the fuck out in the alley right now." Yeah,
God
it's crazy.
I gotta
Damn.
see that.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Crazy.
Yeah. Those. I've been on shows like that, but I never got into I was on stage one time in the Comedy Cellar in New York City, and Donald Trump's kid was in the crowd. I don't know if it's the one that's on TV. I
The
don't
hot
know.
girl?
No, it was one of his sons. And all of a sudden, I just heard like these glasses breaking, and it looked like people were doing like Mazel Tov for whatever fucking
Yeah,
reason, was
just break
slamming
it.
it down, but they were slamming him over his head.
Damn.
But they slammed one over his head, and I just was like going, I went, whoa, whoa, whoa. And then Sherrod ran up, took the mic out of my hands, like, hey, knock it out. And I just sort of slinked off stage, and it turned out it was Donald Trump's kid. And he had a big
Damn.
cat. You know that.
Probably for acting like an asshole.
Was he talking
No,
about
I
Muslims?
don't. No, I think the other table was talking, and somebody at his table told them to stop talking, and they took offense to it, and thought the right move at that point. I mean, dude, I'm talking like it was like a beer mug.
Damn,
It was
that'll mess
or
you
what,
up.
just a beer glass. It was
Yeah.
just slam over the head. It was like it went from 0.
Do you know Steve
100.
Howie? You know who Steve Howie is? He was on Reba, and he's on a show now, Shameless. He's a giant dude. He plays a guy with the long hair. He's 240.
Shameless,
250.
I got to get caught up on because I'm a big William H.
Yeah.
Macy fan.
Well, he's on that, and Steve played college ball, basketball, but he's really big, like just a giant guy with a huge head. And he came to see me at the Improv, and he's with his wife, who's also an actress. I can't remember her name. Beautiful. And these guys, it was a group of rough-looking dudes, kind of mean, I just didn't like the way they were sitting there. And the guy's turning around looking at his wife, Steve's wife. And Steve's a macho dude. He's a big macho guy. He's not like a gentle giant. He's kind of a athlete and kind of a guy's guy. And the guy just keeps looking back, and finally, Steve says something to me like, I was sitting there kind of talking to him before I was going to go on, and he goes, "The fuck?" I just hear him go, "What the fuck is this guy doing?" And then the guy says something to his wife, and Steve goes, "Hey, bro, you fucking stupid? It's my wife," right in the middle of the show. "It's my wife. The fuck you looking at?" The guy gets up, Steve gets up. And there's going to be a fight.
Is there a movie of this? I want to see this movie.
This is
Is
right.
this Die Hard 3?
This is right in the Improv, and his buddies are all jacked. I mean, it's going to be a bad situation because it's going to be. I gotta figure out what I'm going to do. It's going to be me and giant Steve Howie. I'm not making a dent with these other 4 guys. So I got nervous because but again, there's no security. There's no fucking bouncers. Nobody's going to stop.
You're in a comedy
bad.
club. I understand.
And this is on Melrose. This is on Melrose. The Improv on Melrose.
Oh,
So-
forget it.
So I literally, I get in front of the guy and I whisper in his ear really quickly. I go, bro, you're about to hit an LA detective. Okay, he's a homicide detective. He loves to fight, and worse, his friends are in this place and they're outside and they can't wait, and they'll arrest all you guys and take the clubs here. I'm telling you. So it's your fucking choice. It's your choice to keep good.
Tight move,
Guy
Brian
sat-
Callen.
nice.
Yeah, guy
Very
sat
nice.
right fucking down, and I squashed it. It was just
Nice
so
move.
Perfect.
I had
by
to do
the
something.
kid.
I was
Not to
terrified.
get-
Isn't that the highest level black belt? Like you don't even have to fight. You
very
just say
important.
stuff.
The-
You
I'm-
verbally did like that Vulcan thing. to
That's
the
right.
guy.
Vulcan
The guy-
death
The
grip.
guy went right back down.
See,
exactly
I think
right.
from so much fighting experience, I would never, ever get in a street fight. Ever.
because
A,
you lose either way, right? I mean,
Well, I don't think people are inexperienced in fighting. They don't realize the type of damage you can do to another person by punching them in the face or kicking them or push them down if they hit their head. I mean,
Right.
it's some serious
And there's no
shit,
ref
man.
to jump in. There's no tapping out.
Nah, man.
It's just when the guy's he can't swing his leg.
And
at your
over
head
what?
anymore.
Over what?
Yeah,
All right,
no.
so let's say I'm in the comedy store and someone says something to my girl. Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna fight.
Yeah. Well, I feel like if I had your skill set, you can kind of squeeze somebody and look like you're hugging them, and then they die in your arms. You know what I mean? You just kind of, oh, here you go. Hey, come on, calm down. Squeeze, 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 and wait till their pulse stops, and then go, oops, must be
Oh,
tired.
died.
This guy looks like he wants to take a nap. and
No, but
walk
that's
out.
what I learned in 7th grade. Remember these two kids fought, and like the one kid got off the bus first. The other kid just pushed him down on the ground. Bus driver, of course, drove away because it was, the 80s. It's fine.
Yeah,
Bullying
see ya,
was totally
kids.
fine. He drives away. He just pushed him on the ground and like basically got on his chest, which you guys would say passing his guard, if he even knew to have a guard. And he just bam, 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 bam.
Jesus.
This kid wasn't in school for a week. He came back like a week after the fight, and you could see his face. He didn't even look like himself. And I was just like going like,
Traumatized.
oh, dude, it was it was a nauseating thing to see.
What do you think? What's your take on like that? When you, because I always, and I can't explain why, but whenever I hear the anti-bullying campaigns, for whatever reason, I have a visceral reaction to it where I'm like, come on, I kind of want to. I'm not. It's not like I'm against. It's not like I'm for bullying, but something inside of me kind of goes, "Oh fuck! Here comes this politically correct."
It's
army."
different, though, these
How do you
days.
feel about that? Like, I would imagine you have a point of view on.
It's a fine line where it's like you have to intervene because it is kid brains doing that stuff. But then there's the other thing where you also got to learn how to stick up for yourself in life. And so, I mean, but then, you see something horrific happens where that cyberbullying, kids kill themselves. I mean, I don't even know what that is, even though I know what it is, but I was never at that mental age with that happening. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's an unfortunate thing that people do that type of shit, but bullying does not stop when you become an adult.
It doesn't.
No.
It's like you go to buy a fucking car. Those guys are the biggest bullies ever. Hey, let me talk to my manager. And they come, yeah, you don't know what's going on.
Well, Hollywood,
They
though.
literally might as well just put a kick me sign on the back of you and shit. Like all that financial shit, like, trying to buy a place, trying to open a business, get a liquor's license, there's all kinds of fucking, bribery. It's a world's a dishonest fucking place. So I look, I don't have kids, so I can only imagine, like, I know how much I love my dog. I can't imagine how much you'd love a kid, and I could see why you'd want the kid to be able to be a kid for as long as he could.
Yeah.
And just be able to have some sort of a childhood. I mean, for as fucked up as some of the stuff that happened to me, I was able to have a childhood. I mean, I didn't see, like, there was no porn available. None of this violent shit that you could see like on the internet so readily available. And these kids just get phones and like
They can
like
see everything.
Yeah, they're like, some kids are like sexting at like fucking 11
Yeah,
and
man.
12. It's just I mean, that's insane to me. Like 11 and 12, I just got done pretending a stick was a gun playing army guys, and playing football and baseball, and I was just starting to be, girls weren't gross anymore. And you were starting to like figure out like, okay, how do I get my game together? Oh my God, I got orange hair. This is not going to end. This isn't going to end well. And dealing with your insecurities and shit, and
Well, think about it now, because with, like you said, with the phone, social media, I'm sure when you post on social media, you have haters. If you're not famous if you don't have haters, so I'm sure you have a
Right.
ton. But if you're 12 years old and you post a picture of you and your buddy playing football, and you have insecurities, you're getting roasted by people you don't even know.
It's true.
As a grown man, I'm like, God damn it, and I can erase it. Think if you're 12.
Yeah.
I like too, like some of the most embarrassing shit that ever happened to me. It's just a memory. Someone
Yes.
can just tell the story. These fucking kids film it. Like if you do something, if you cry or you just made an ass of yourself,
It's on record.
Yeah, and it's like you can't move away.
Can't be a shitty
You
cop
can't go
anymore.
to Alaska. They have the internet up there. It's just. It's like it's literally, oh, this is the kid they shot the BB gun at, and they were in the fucking.
But do you
the
don't?
river.
I don't think you have. I don't know. I mean, it feels like you don't have any haters because you take such an
Oh
offense.
no, are you kidding me?
No, of course we
I
all
do.
do.
Of
But
course I
you
do.
you have an offensive sort of outlook. What I mean by offensive is not defensive. I mean you have an aggressive outlook on a lot of things in life, and you come at people that way. Which
No, I have people. They use all the buzzwords.
Misogynist
I'm
and all
glad
that shit.
misogynistic. I'm glad you didn't let him bully you into
God.
that sexist blah blah blah. But they just use the words that are going to get the attention. And it's one of those in the media. If one person doesn't have a good time at your show.
Yeah.
They act like that's the barometer rather than that was the fucking.
But
the
when
exception.
for you was the 'cause
Barometer? Did I use barometer right?
I like to
I
use
liked
the
it, though.
barometer, and I
It's nice.
appreciate
You're allowed
that
to do
word.
that.
It's a
fly
cool word.
helicopter.
I said
Yeah,
to
you're good.
Bill once, and I go, Nero, the Roman emperor. He goes, who is that? I don't read. And he just stopped me immediately. We had to change the subject. But when did you I didn't know you sold out Madison Square Garden. Say what you will. For a comic, that's the pinnacle, I think. In a way.
Definitely an amazing night.
When did you? But when do you think the? I know you've had a slow progression.
Oh, it's been a slow burn. Good quarter of a century.
Yeah, I mean, you put in a quarter century.
A nice slow.
Think about
Just
that.
keeping those
slow
waffles
burn.
in the oven.
Yeah, never taking a day off. 25 years later, guess what? That's what happens. But do you I feel like your success in the past 3 years has been you've taken a jump. It's been this exponential kind of thing now.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm still kind of underground. I can walk down the street. It's perfect.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's perfect. No, because what it is now is you can have what sucks. Fame now is great for a guy like me. It sucks for the next Brad Pitt guy because there's a zillion guys like me that are going to take away his $20 million a movie glare.
Right.
Back in the day, I mean, there was always cheese balls, but famous people, they were genetic fucking freaks. You just look at them oh my God. And now it's just you can be the guy, just whatever, making, I think the guys that really showed what the next few decades were going to be I thought was Jackass. Jackass saw YouTube for what it was before there was
Right.
YouTube.
Right.
And when I saw those guys, I was these guys are friends I had growing up on mental steroids, something I think they're some of that's one of the great, I don't know if you could call them a comedy troupe. It was just I don't know what to call those
Johnny
guys.
Knoxville, I
it
talked
was
to
like
Steve-O.
X Games meets the Marx Brothers meets the Three Stooges. I mean, I just think what they did was so, and it's timeless. This shit, what they do is still fucking hilarious.
I think because we all relate to it. It's God, look how crazy these
Well,
fucks are.
Steve-O said, I said, where does Johnny Knoxville get his ideas? Because he's the gnarliest of all of those motherfuckers. He does crazy shit. And Steve-O goes, a lot of it's from just cartoons. They saw a cartoon where he strapped himself to a fucking rocket. And Johnny Knoxville was like, what happens if I strap myself to a rocket?
It's crazy.
And
People
would
don't
launch
realize.
me- what?
People
What?
don't realize Johnny Knoxville too. He's mid-30s.
He's
Almost
40.
no. Now he's 40. But
Yeah.
when those came out, he's mid-30s.
Oh, yeah, with a
doing
daughter.
that crazy shit.
Oh, you mean putting a blindfold on, smoking a cigarette, and letting bulls
the rest of them were younger.
run them over?
oh those oh my God.
The rest of them were way younger. So it's all right, couple crazy kids. Nah, man, Johnny Knoxville's damn
No, I
near
got
37.
all of those guys were fucking lunatics. Some of the shit that they did, even just little things they you ever remember that baby turtle? And the thing's open in his mouth, and that dude just stuck his nose in, and he's just yeah. There's no fucking way.
Crazy shit.
Because you never know. What if it just clips the end of your nose and just takes that off?
It's on.
Well,
Yeah.
what about? I said to Steve, I go, what scares you the most? He goes, I mean, anything with venomous snakes or big cats. Oh,
Did you? What was it? The
Yeah.
Wild Boys? Is that what it's called?
yeah, where
The Wild
they
Boys
dressed
with
up like
the-
fucking a zebra in a lion's cage.
But they had Homeboy the.
Yeah, and he said he told me one time they took headgear that you wear in boxing,
Yeah.
just sparring, and he wrapped that around his neck, and they just were sort of running along.
not
I
gonna
was like,
save
you
you.
had to have somebody with a gun. Steve was like, nah.
Right.
They're
Just like you
crazy.
guys.
Well, they had a king cobra. They put the guy in a horse. I think it was a stable.
Who's the other kid?
Bam
don't
Margera.
remember.
No,
There's
the
Bam-
on the wild
Oh, Chris Pontus.
Pontonus or something.
Pontius, yeah.
Pontus,
Pontius.
yeah.
Pontius,
Dude,
yeah.
he kissed a cobra on its head.
Yeah, man.
The thing was full fucking doing this thing and like looking at them, and he came up like behind the thing, and he kissed it on the head and then backed off into that whole.
Yeah,
He fucking runs away. I'm like, that is fucking insane.
Hey,
A
kids,
cobra
how
bite,
bad
a
do
cobra
you wanna
bite to
get
the
famous?
face, you're gonna die. That's a bad situation.
Well,
Dude,
Steve-O's still doing crazy shit, and but back then he was on drugs and stuff.
Yeah.
Now he's sober, and he's taking the show on the road, still doing crazy shit.
Dude, he did-
sober.
That one, the other kid, Chris, he did one time. Like he wanted to get a snake tattoo. Everybody gets a tattoo of a snake. So he goes like, "That's I want to have a snake bite, and then get a tattoo of the bite." So there was like this fucking python laying there, and he just starts. I gotta act this out because you got the fucking camera. He just starts walking towards it like this, and the fucking thing strikes and like wasn't aiming for his arm and just did a glancing shot off his head, and he backed off. He's like, and he goes back in and just fed his arm to this fucking thing. It just goes, bam, grabs onto him, and then it's just around him, and it's just like these guys just pulling this fucking snake off him, and then while it was still bleeding, they did a tattoo of it.
They're insane, man.
Yeah,
They're
it was nuts.
They're nuts. I
Well, one
never
of them
had that in
died.
me. I never had Daredevil. Like if you're driving too fast, I'm like, bro, slow down. I'm a complete pussy with that stuff. I don't like any of that stuff.
Well, yeah, especially if you're not driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
no,
I
yeah.
kind of drive a little too fast. It's funny. I got a Prius, but
You
I'm
do?
still a
That's
You
what you
kid.
drive as a Prius?
I got a Prius
I
and
drove
then I
one
got a
for a long time.
68 F100. So I'm either destroying the environment or doing my part.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
what-
Talk
you-
about
I'm a
two-
Gemini. I'm
You're
all
a
over
Ge-
the place.
But you've kind of like. Do you ever think about like what is
I
gonna
don't like
motivate
having a
you?
nice car.
Why?
I'm the same way.
Where can you take the fucking thing? You got to get it valeted everywhere. It's like you're gonna buy this really nice car. You pull into a fucking, especially out here, the parking spots are so goddamn
tough.
close. And there's a lot of people out here that consider you just open your door until it hits the car, and
I
then that's
agree.
when you stop.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's true.
I'm the same.
That-
fucking way.
that's why
I
I
just
don't
bought my
valet my
wife a
car.
nice car, and I'm sitting there in the passenger seat, and somebody fucking pulled in, and my wife's in the grocery store. She just opened the door right into it. I was
Oh,
just
hell
looking
no.
at it like, are you fucking
You might see
kidding
me fight then, Bill.
What
You
kind-
might see me
what
fight.
Nah,
if
but
someone
then
does
like
that.
her husband's there, so it's just like, what am I gonna do? If I say something to him, then he has to say something to me.
know,
Yeah.
I
And what are they
know.
gonna? They're gonna pay for that, and then it's a lose-lose. Either I
agree.
get out, and most likely I get my ass kicked,
look like an
or I
idiot.
win and I get sued.
No, stare at his
I agree.
chest. Stare at his chest.
Stare at his chest,
Yeah,
that's right.
you'll see the punch coming. That's
stare
how
at
I
his
feel.
wife's
He,
chest.
he makes fun of me for I drive a Passat. Before that, I drove a Prius. He said, "Get a Tesla or something." And
Teslas
there's
are
something
killer,
about
man.
me. Yeah, but it's something that I feel is sort of the same way. I got to keep it clean. It's going to be messy, and I don't want anything that
don't
I
like
have
worrying
to
about it.
maintain. Yeah.
Like, so now my wife has a nice car, and I have this shitty Prius, and it's just like, is this a Prius nice? Or we go to a restaurant, we can take the nice car. But if we're going anywhere else, it's always take the Prius. Take the Prius. The Prius is it's your friend. It's that guy that never needs anything.
And nobody
You know what I mean?
bothers you. Nobody fucks
that
with
car
you.
bums. I have one too. I fucking hate
But you're not a
it, man.
threat in a
It bumps
Prius.
me
Like
out.
people cut you
Yeah,
off. with
listen,
your-
I could have a better piece of shit car, but like, dude, if you have a Toyota and you change the oil every 3 to 5,000 miles, it's never gonna die.
I agree. It goes forever.
yeah. A paid off, beat up Prius is the shit out here.
It's true. Well,
But you're-
Leonardo DiCaprio drives one, so I think you're good.
Yeah. Well, there
But
you
you're
go.
making money.
There you go.
Yeah.
I
you're,
like that.
you're making money. What do you buy anything that's? I mean, do you have any kind of like? Because I can't think of what the fuck to buy. Like we're making money and stuff. But if you said, I guess I'd want a bigger house with a better view or something. I don't know, in a yard.
Fucking homeboy, you buy a helicopter.
Yeah, dude, that's a slippery slope. That's just like those things will take you under, man. Like aviation, the amount of money you have to own your own. It's just that
like
thing
horses.
it's beyond like
One of those one-man helicopters.
it's beyond
gas,
like a
right?
liability. It's the upkeep. Then when every 2,200 hours you got to do an overhaul, which is they just take the whole fucking thing apart and they basically replace
That
everything.
can't be cheap.
Yeah, that's about 180 grand.
Okay,
And
well.
then and then you just keep buying it over and over again. Yeah, if you
So you want to lease one?
well,
Like
you
a
can
timeshare?
buy one, you can lease it back to the school. There's all of that type of shit. But at the end of the day, all I'm doing is just flying around on the thing. I'm not making any money off this fucking thing. It's like I would, like the people who own, like planes or helicopters, what they're worth. I mean, they're worth like
Billions, yeah.
like $100 million.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
then you can go out and buy something. But like for someone like me, it'd be like, hey, I finally made it. And then I would just have this albatross around my neck. And then I got to go on the road because I own a fucking helicopter. So,
Giant helicopter you have to finance. Here's my
yeah, so
helicopter phone number.
My thing is for years I've had what everyone works towards, which is free time, which is why I've been very careful as far as like what things I decide to do, because there is that thing, that carrot that they have you chasing out here, where it's just like, I'm just a comedian. You know, even if you sell out Madison Square Garden, I'm just a comedian. How come you don't have a TV show? It's like, because I don't fucking need one.
Well, let me ask you that.
But now, then I came up with this
Cartoon.
this animated idea, like 4 years ago, the seed of the idea, and then Mike Price, the great Mike Price from The Simpsons, you know, came in. We fleshed it out and turned it into a series that just came out.
What's
6
it called?
episodes, called F is for Family, and the kids are loving it.
What's it on?
It's on Netflix.
Oh, sick.
It's doing well.
It's I think
F is for
it's
family.
crushing it.
And what gave you the idea? Obviously, as a comedian, you're a creative guy, but an animated series, huh? Like, why animated?
I like the way he said animated.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah, he did put the inflection on the other.
sometimes,
Yeah.
Speech impediment,
Yeah, I used to have a
bro.
yoga instructor who would do that, and it's the perfect pose. You'd always catch your like
The perfect pose.
perfect pose.
In
It's
yoga.
like, all right.
I
Yeah.
like to make sure you guys are paying attention.
This is yoga.
Yeah.
This is Bill Burr. Bill Burr is a very good comedian.
Bill
He does
Burr.
yoga.
But Ilber.
Bill Burr.
But why?
But Bill Burr.
Why a cartoon? Because it's stories about.
Yeah, from my I just animated stories from my childhood. What was happening was I was getting older, and a whole generation of kids that was told bullying was bad, was told, you know, if you do this to somebody, you know, there's mental and physical abuse,
Sure.
emotional abuse, like all that type of shit. Those words, I mean, there was always physical abuse, but like, you know, it was usually covered up with makeup when I was growing up, you know? So basically this generation of kids that, generally speaking, you know, the rule was if you ride a bicycle, wear a helmet. There were play dates, the helicopter parenting. It was way more hands-on than my childhood, which was latchkey. And my older brother, both my parents would go to work, and my older brother, you know, was like 12, was watching a 10, 8, 6, and 4-year-old boys.
Wow.
So it was like Lord of the Flies, where when they left. And I think all those stories were funny. When I told them when I first started, everyone laughed because everyone was part of my generation.
Yeah.
And now it's like, you know, I'm 47 years old. So a senior in college was born when I was 25. So it's an entirely different mentality. And as much as they could relate to it, they're sort of more apt to be like, oh, that's abusive. And it became groans, and it was frustrating. So I was thinking, like, how can I tell these things where people can just relax and just see them
So
for what
who's
they
your
are?
audience? Is your audience, when you look out in the audience, are they mostly guys, white, middle-aged guys, or is it just a mix? I feel like you have a mix.
Yeah, I never really looked at that. I'm more just listening. But like, this is more like my experience if I was doing like a college gig where the laughs.
Yeah.
I went from, I'm one of you, just a little bit older, to like, what's this old guy talking about?
Yeah.
So I just figured about the animation, the stuff that you can get away with. And I'm a huge fan. Like, I think South Park's like the best social commentary the last 20 years.
Brilliant.
The Simpsons. I remember The Simpsons when they were 5 minutes on Tracy Ullman. Family Guy, Archer. Like, I like all. Like, I love Adult Swim, Axe Cop, and Major Lazer, and those chickens that smoke the weed. Like, what's his face? Seth Green show, Robot Chicken. Like, I like all of that stuff, and I felt that a lot of the stuff they could just get away with a lot more. And although I hate that expression, get away, because that usually means like, well, I really meant this in a bad way, but you didn't notice, so I got away with it. I just think you're allowed to.
Well, I don't think, I feel like
stuff.
younger people, like I just got offered this big college, right? And I was like, you know, man, it was lucrative and all. And I thought to myself, I don't know if I want to go to a college nowadays, even because they're so politically correct.
No, they're cool. They've just
Are
been
they?
trained. You can break them over. Yeah.
I believe it. I'm sure
They're
I can.
college kids.
Exactly.
They
As
don't
much
give a
as
fuck.
they've been like hovering on, they're still doing keg stands. They just know not now when they haze somebody to not try to make somebody drink 8 gallons of water because they're gonna die.
They're not
Yeah.
going to film
And that's,
everything.
That's
now.
thanks to our generation.
So do you do
Yes.
colleges? Do you? I mean,
I don't do a lot anymore, but not because of any sort of I don't want to do them. I mean, I love doing colleges, and I think it's a smart thing to do because, you know, everybody, you know, get older, they get married, they have kids, and then even if they want to go out and see you, they're locked down for like the first 10 years of them starting their family.
Yeah.
So it's good to always go back there. I know Cosby always did them. You know what I
Right.
mean? And he kept it going until
Till things happen.
till things happened. Things happened in that man's
Took a
world.
weird turn. Yeah.
Strange. God, some people have a fall from grace. Holy fuck. I'm a dirtbag, but I don't have any of that shit. You ever think about the lies people live in, like the secrets they have? You're like,
That's a big one.
I
man.
mean, gee whiz, I'm not an angel and never will be, but at least my friends know exactly what kind of a dirtbag I am. You know what I'm saying?
But I think it goes a long way where you have to, like, you've done a lot of fucked up shit where you're like, well, at least I didn't get accused of raping 50 people. I
That's the bar.
stopped short
That's
of
the
that.
bar.
like that, you know what I mean? Like if you tell me, listen, I fuck around, I do all this stuff. There's very little that a friend of mine can tell me where I'm not going to be friends with you anymore. But if you are a rapist, I'm
Yeah,
not
it's a hard
gonna,
no.
I'm afraid even if you're my own brother, I'm going to be
It's a
like,
hard no.
I'm
It's
gonna
a
have,
fast no.
It's a
yeah,
hard
I'm
no.
gonna have
Hard,
to. I
fast,
can't be friends with you anymore. I kill people. Even I kill people. I'd be like, well,
What happened? What were the circumstances?
Yeah, I need it. Yeah.
What do you mean?
I'm
People
still on
like,
your team. I'm
yeah,
still on
there
your
are certain
team.
people I would kill too, like child molesters. Who are you killing? You know, but I rape women. That kind of ends it right there. There's
Yeah,
no.
I can't be your friend.
Yeah, but they're shitheads. The girls are snobby. No, there's
Can't do
nothing.
it.
Yeah,
It's yeah.
there's no caveat to
Yeah.
that.
If you gave me, you know, I'd say 1,000 guesses, but I can't name 1,000 comedians. However many you gave me, I mean,
Oh my
that
God,
would be, well,
I know.
999th.
I know.
I would probably say it as a joke.
Right.
Really?
I would never. You thought that? I would never.
No.
thought that.
And not that I thought that.
I never
but-
thought that.
Oh, he's gonna be the
my-
fucking Monday morning quarterback. No. When I
I
was
always
watching
suspected.
Oh, you're telling. First of all, you're telling me the Subway guy. When you saw that, you're like, yeah, makes sense. With Bill Cosby, I'm like, yeah, there's something from my generation. There's something a little creepy
No,
about
he
it.
was America's dad. Not
Nah,
at all.
not for me.
You're
'cause
the
I
only
didn't watch
one.
show.
You're the only
Not
one.
really. My generation is younger, man.
Okay.
So we didn't grow up watching, what was the show? The
Cosby's,
Cosby Show,
yeah.
right?
Right.
I didn't watch that. I know him as the Jello guy.
Well, not only that though, you have to
And the
understand.
P-
but he was Bill
PJs?
Cosby.
Did he
Bill
do
Cosby was a
PJs?
voice of reason. He was a voice of like parenting for like the black community, the white community. Bill
He
Cosby
used to
was,
reprimand adults.
Yeah. Yes.
He would rep what the way.
About how to be a good parent, how to be a good husband.
Yeah, and if you stepped out of line, he
Father.
said you would just, you know, you'd be like, oh shit, Bill Cosby's here, touching my
Right.
shirt.
Right. Great
you-
athlete.
Yeah,
example.
that level of respect, dude. I mean, the guy that Bill Cosby himself is arguably one or two as far as the greatest specials of all time. It's fucking seamless. The guy works sitting down,
incredible.
squeaky clean, and murders for an hour and a half.
yeah,
fucking murders.
It's kind of nuts, right? Fuck.
Yeah.
As a comic, like some of those people, like you're pretty prolific, right? You put out a special every what?
I try to do right around 2 years, but I also try to, if
Yeah.
it's not ready, I won't do it.
Yeah. It
So
takes
that's the
it
only
takes
thing
a long
about this
time.
cartoon is if we get a second season, then I have to figure out how to finesse. I gotta make sure my phone's up.
It's way more work than you realize, isn't it? Because I was telling him we're doing this web series, and I was so hesitant because I just being on Mad TV, I realized that when you're trying to. By the way, I didn't do any writing. I don't deserve any of the credit for that. I mean, I saw how hard the writers were, but we would have to sit in a room for 8-9 hours a day,
Dude,
and I'm
writers.
not cut out for that. So I would realize what I realized is when we were going to do this series. For me, I realize that there's zero fun a lot of times in coming up with funny, especially if it's in sketch form or in. It's so fucking difficult, and you get in these conversations where like really good writers are like, "Well, I think monkey is a funnier word than midget in this particular sentence, but not if we." It gets. You're just like, I don't know how you do it, man. I don't have the attention span.
Yeah. Just we only did 6 episodes, and just the amount of work that was. I mean, 3 days into it, I was literally like, "What did I sign up for?"
How long did it take, Bill, to just knock out those 6?
Well, we started writing September. We had them all written by November of last year, and then you know you're recording them, and then they come back, and then the big thing. Then we spent like 2 months just being like, what do these characters look like? I mean, you spent like spend like 2 weeks on noses and eyes and jawlines and how people walk.
Never thought of that.
Yeah, and then you're trying to make it. You got to have it like we got to have our signature look. Like The Simpsons, everybody's got like those eyes, the yellow, There's a look to that. There's a look to Family Guy. There's a look to Archer with the bold black outlines. So we had to try to come up with something. Hopefully we did. For the look. So that was just 2 months of that, and then the animatics came back, and then you got to look at those, and it was just. I mean, I'm talking literally from like barely stick figures to getting it all the way to what it is, and then every time you thought you were done, there'd be another layer. Like, what about the music? What about the sound effects? What about this? And it just was. I think now that we got a season under our belt, at least that we know what they look like.
Right.
I'm hoping that.
Are you going to try to be contemporary? It's hard to do, right?
As far as
I mean, politically contemporary.
Well, it takes place in 1973.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's about.
So it's contemporary for back then.
That's better.
Yeah.
So
It's easier.
well, I mean, you write what you know, and that's around when I came up. So I was like 5 in 1973. So I'm kind of aging myself a little bit. Where the character is supposed to be me is about 11.
Right.
So, but it's a really fun thing.
Is there any other projects besides this animation that you want to do? Obviously, you can kind of call your shots, right? Because I heard Jay Leno say it, that he can take more shots than a lot of other actors or comedians because he can always fall back on stand-up. So he can try this. If it doesn't work, he just hits the road.
Yeah, actors have it the worst. Like you shoot a pilot and then it's wrapped. The comic's excited, like, okay, maybe this goes, maybe it doesn't. Now I get to go back to telling my jokes, and they go back to being like, hey, now they always make the joke. All right, we're all unemployed again. Yep. And I was like, I don't know how they do stuff like that. So.
I remember talking to Rogan when I was 33, and I said, I mean, I tried really hard at acting, you know, and I failed so much more than I succeeded, obviously. But I remember just waking up at 30, 33, 34, 35 going, I don't have a job, and I haven't had a job in 3
years?
In 3 months. Oh, I went for years without, you know, I would work sporadically, but it was sad. And it was. And I realized that as an actor, regardless of whether I was good or not, and I certainly worked hard at being not bad, it didn't matter. And I was always going to live and die by that pilot, and then all these other factors I had no control over. And I remember calling Rogan saying, I want to start doing the road and get back into stand-up. And Rogan goes, oh, good. At 33, you're going to start doing stand-up again? Awesome. Like he was being sarcastic, and he had a right to be. And I think I actually started doing the road when I was 36, 37.
That's not bad.
Yeah, but thank God, because if I didn't, I can't imagine trying to make a living as an actor. And even though I work, they don't pay actors anymore. You know, it would have been.
No,
I would have gone crazy.
Well,
I would have
don't
gone
want to
fucking
discourage
crazy.
anybody that's thinking about doing it. What you have to the same way you get into stand-up or get into anything, you have to do it because you love it.
Yeah.
And then if you love it, you'll have a passion and you will stick with it despite what's going on.
Yeah.
But if you don't love it, it's being a comedian or an actor or being in construction. I got into construction and I didn't love it, dude. I lasted 8 days. It was one of the worst. 8 days.
Me too.
8 days, dude. I've never been that fucking exhausted. I was just a grunt. I remember I couldn't make enough sandwiches. I would be eating 3 sandwiches for lunch and I was still losing weight. Still losing weight. We were roofing in July.
Oh.
And yeah, as
Not
a
for me.
redhead, and I was just bringing the shit up. I remember my favorite part of that fucking job in the 8 days was we had to do, you snap the chalk line to line that thing up on the board. We were doing it in the basement of the house, which was all fucking dirt, and it was actually cool down there. And we were redoing this house, and I remember I'm hanging outside an unfinished window, sticking the thing up, making the scaffolding for this Irish guy who kept going, Billy, you must work quicker. And I was like, listen, man, I never put one of these fucking things up before. You want me to go faster? I'll go faster. And he's like, you're fucking shite. And right over the fence was this house with a pool, and it was summer vacation. There was kids like my age. And you could see it was like the quarterback of the football team, these hot chicks and all that. That's my whole life. And I remember one time the kid was just stretching up and just looking up at me. And I was just going, what the fuck am I doing with I have my whole life to fucking be miserable. I should be doing what dude, they were just like
That's
and because
thing.
they were so good looking, you could tell they were popular. He didn't have 1 ounce of guilt. Like me, if I stretched out, I would have looked at him and been like, I would have started cleaning the pool. I would have felt guilty. This guy had no guilt. He did everything but just sit there drinking iced tea and give me the little toodaloo look on his face.
I did construction for an entire summer in Washington D.C. during the summer, and we had to tear this house down, then to dig the foundation, and then we would have to take all the refuse that we took from the house and put it in a truck and drive it to the Lorton landfill, it smelled so badly you dump it, and I remember literally, there are 2 things I remember. One was that this was impossible, that I wasn't cut out for this.
No.
And it was 3 months of hell, waking up super early. But the other thing I noticed was that when you work with, I worked with a mason named Boo Price. He was this this specialist.
Great name.
Yeah, Boo Price. And then I worked with a couple other dudes who, they looked like normal guys, but they'd been working construction their whole life. They looked like they looked built like a fire hydrant. So fucking strong, so much stronger. Yeah. Like they could lift shit. Like me and my buddy Jed, who was really kind of a tough guy, he would beat you in an arm wrestling. It would take 2 of us, and this little dude would
that doesn't make him
he
tough.
would put he would put the entire marble slab like on his back and just walk it up the stairs or just hold it like that. And you're like, how the fuck are you that strong? It
Yeah.
was so humbling.
They're born
yeah,
to
just
do it.
moving stone his whole life. And then I said, I got to get an education because I'd rather die. This is the fucking worst thing I've ever done.
Well, if I don't love what I'm doing, I'm the worst worker of all time.
All
I
of
break
us.
stuff, steal stuff, quit. It's just not for me.
Dude, there was a guy on the construction site too. He wore the same jeans every day, and he had no underwear on, and there was a giant hole right to the left of his fucking junk, where the pocket should be. And I remember one point I was bent down picking something up, and he stepped over something, and the hole moved like
Dick.
just like junk and went back. And I remember standing up, but he was the brother of the guy I was working for. I just want to be like, dude. You want to put some fucking some Evil Knievel fucking underwear, something on, underoos, something.
Wrap it up.
Just when you didn't think
how
you
about
get any
some
worse.
fucking duct tape, dude. On there, he just stepped right over. And I thought it was weird then, but now, with all the information now about fucking weird, like I thought he was getting off on something, man. Like that's just fucking weird.
Hey, boys, look at this.
That's fucking
That's weird
And
as
not in
fuck.
like a gay way. I
No.
just think in general he was just like.
Oh,
A weird bird.
Yeah, sort of peeing on his territory, like, hey, don't forget who you're working for.
It's my
junk.
dick. Here you go.
Dick in your face.
Here's my situation, you fucking prepubescent college boy.
Oh, dude, I mean, it was so fucking shocking. Like, if I sat down with a police sketch artist, I think I could still I could get it about
Vein.
80%.
Here are the weeds over here, and here's the dead body. Here's the dead body with a mass.
Yeah.
Oh, there's construction balls, like you see, like men who've worked with their varicose veins.
Not
running
even
through
impressive, just average, just classic, user-friendly junk.
and they smell
Like
like
Ram Air for his job.
Yeah, just
man.
dick and balls.
Yeah, yeah.
Dick and balls
Dick
and
and
pubes.
balls.
That's it.
yeah.
There
Oh,
you
it's
go.
hot out. You want to see something make your day worse?
Yeah.
Dick.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Oh,
That's
fucking
great, man.
Those experiences are important, I guess.
hilarious. That's a great outro. Those experiences are important.
No, I
Thanks for coming, Bill.
When we return.
I was trying to write a joke about
More
that,
dick
like where they
talk.
say, it's a good experience, or how about this, or it puts it in perspective. You think you got it bad, and then you think about the refugees. It doesn't really. I'm still gonna miss my flight. I still have a cold and feel like shit. It actually doesn't. It actually. I know I'm supposed to. If anything, it adds to my guilt, and I feel shittier. It doesn't necessarily. Make
I
my
actually
situation
learn
better.
in that moment, and then when I'm getting heated again, I make all the exact same mistakes again. Like somebody has to do it. Like I'll be flipping out about something stupid, and then I drive down the street and I see somebody with one leg or in a wheelchair or crazy just walking down the street, and I go, "What am I bitching about?" And then 3 seconds later, I'm just like, "Fucking go!" Scream at the guy. I don't.
The
learn.
worst part for me is I got kids, right? I got a 4-year-old and a 7-year-old, and they're imprinting their idea of the example of a man, my daughter and my son. And I fucking on stage, I'm a liar. So I say stuff like, I don't fight in front of my kids. I don't fight with my wife. I lost my keys the other day. I descended into fucking madness. Like I became such
Why
a
would you
bad
lie
example.
that you don't fight with your wife on stage?
No, because I'm trying to do a joke, and then I realize I'm fucking lying. But then I cop to it. But I realized I was like, I got to tell the truth here because I pretend I want to believe that I set a good example for my kids, which I hope I do to an extent. But I fucking don't have any self-control, and I fucking lose my shit.
That was
and
the
I become a
maddest I've
complete
ever
asshole.
seen you when you lost your keys.
Oh my god.
He called me. What the fuck you want me to do?
I was like, I'm gonna quit everything. She's like, what do you mean? I'm fucking quitting it. I'm moving to Mexico. I'm gonna get a shack and I'm gonna raise goats. I'm done with this fucking car key shit.
I go, what do you want me to
Joe
do?
Bartnick says women who marry comedians are saints.
They are saints.
They are.
My wife's a better person than me. I can't believe that she puts up with. I'm gone. I'm a shithead.
How long
I'm
have you
always
been married,
depressed
Bill?
about my career.
A little over 2 years, but I've been with my wife for like 10 years though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she's been through
Yeah,
it. Like,
she's
you know
been-
what's funny? And the other day I was hanging out with the comic, and I was over his house, and he was with his wife, and something happened, and he started to fucking go to that place, and I just sort of glanced, and I saw the look on her face, like she just like 600-yard stare. She just knows what's coming out, and it actually broke my heart a little bit. And I'm like,
bet.
my wife has that look on her face
yeah,
sometimes.
I
It's
bet,
just like, oh god,
Dude,
I'm that guy.
My wife and my mother-in-law last night told me, basically looked at me and said, just so you know, we love you, but you're hell to live with. I was giving myself credit as I usually do. Like, yeah, I'm a great guy, this, that, and the other thing. Well, I don't know what I was saying. She goes, yeah. Except for you were just complaining about the fucking bread, how we're in this beach house, There's not enough bathrooms in the house. You complain about fucking everything, and you let it be known. You've got to let everybody know. I'm not like that. I'm always like that.
I say that all the time.
I'm a disaster.
I say all the time. Can you imagine living with Brian?
I'm a disaster.
Dude, you know what's funny?
I hate
90% of the time
me.
you talk to Brian, he sounds like a fighter selling an upcoming pay-per-view, and all he's doing is talking about himself.
Yeah.
It's like there's no other fighter that he's talking shit about. He's just talking about how awesome he is.
Yeah.
It's like, listen.
But I hate myself
it's
at
like
the same time.
Ali without Frazier. It's just like, okay,
Just going.
who you fighting? Who you competing against? Nah, I'm just talking about how awesome I am.
I'm a
Just
mess.
myself.
I'm a mess. I'm a mess. I have to, otherwise I'll put a gun in my fucking.
Hey,
mouth.
at least that construction work, when I saw his junk, was not leaping in the air like that. He was just stepping over something.
He's just.
Maybe that's why I told the story. You know,
That's
maybe
what-
I
That's
need
so
I
innovative.
need self-affirmation. I didn't get enough attention as a kid. So what do you want from me, man? Why do you think I'm a comic?
You're
Well, I
getting
got to
it.
wrap it up here in a few. 'Cause
You're a good man.
I got something else.
I know you're busy,
F,
Bill.
F is for family.
Appreciate it, man.
F is
I
for
run
family.
around
Yeah.
all day long, not really doing anything.
Ah,
But I always have
bullshit.
shit to do.
Yeah,
do
you
too.
always do.
I know what you mean. But
That's why anyone ever says Rogan, Brian, we have some mutual friends. All of them go when we talk about you. They go work ethic, man, insane, crazy work.
I've never
ethic.
heard anybody say one bad thing about you. Not fucking.
Eh,
You're the
well,
comedian's
dig a little.
comedian. I don't
Take
think
a
so.
little, you'll find it.
You'll find it.
I'm
fine.
I'm sorry that I don't know you well enough, but I want to take our friendship to the next level, and I want to start today. So if you give me
One
your
of the great
address-
things about when you get in your 40s is you know to steer clear of this, where you're just like, this is just going to be,
you don't
this is going to be at least 8 hours a week on the cell phone of,
Yeah,
of
right.
me not getting shit that I need done.
exactly. You don't need new friends in your 40s. Like
No.
John
You need
Stamos.
you need actually get rid of about 4 or
Yes.
5.
100%.
You just
I'm not in my 40s, but even
What are we gonna
I'm
do?
all set on friends.
Yeah. Well,
The parking lot's full.
part of it's just also you got to make sure your wife
Go
gets
around.
along.
Go
Yeah.
around.
Go around.
John Stamos said it best. John Stamos. I did a movie. You know Mike Young, he directed this movie, and I'm doing this movie with John. I didn't know him, and he's looking at his phone. I go, "What's going on?" And he goes, "This guy wants to be my friend. You know, I'm 50. If you want to be my friend, you better have a private jet. That's the only way you're getting in.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
we can play catch.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah, we're 50. It's fucking over.
hey Bill, I'm outside your house. You want to play some catch?
Little frisbee.
Hey, can I get? Let me audition for your cartoon. F is for family.
So, Bill, we can get the new animated series on Netflix.
You can
F is
binge
for family.
watch something that took us well over a year to do. You can watch all of them in about 2 hours and 40 minutes.
I love
and
it.
then tweet me, hey, when are the next 6 coming out?
Yeah, man, I love it.
Yeah.
Isn't
it's,
that funny? It takes that much effort to create just a
But
fucking.
I have to tell you, this is the most excited I've been about anything that I've had coming out. And
Oh, wow.
I mean, the people we got to do the voices on it. We got Laura Dern, Sam Rockwell, Justin Long, Dave Keckner,
Jesus.
Gary Cole. I'm going to forget somebody. Haley Reinhardt, Debbie Derryberry. You might not know her by name, but any Pixar movie, she's all over those things. Just a master. Mo Collins
Oh, I love Mo.
crushes it.
Fucking love Mo.
Crushes.
So
Kevin
talented.
Farley. There's some Kevin
Kevin's
Michael
great.
Richardson.
Dang.
Damn.
All of these guys, and propping me up. So it's been a great thing, and it's. I feel like it's. A lot of times, your stand-up acts here, and then you do a show, and there's always that descent.
Yeah.
To now we're on TV, so there's a certain level of funny you're allowed to be. With this cartoon, we were able to just try to keep it at the same level, if not beyond. Like the network notes from Netflix was push it further.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
which is the dream.
That's awesome.
Are you
That's
getting
the
any
dream.
movie offers now? I would imagine you are, like A.K. Louis, like sort of you're in that space.
No, I keep it. I'm doing the cartoon, and then I do my stand-up,
That's
and
what
then
you have
that's
time
it. And
for.
then I always look at acting like it's gravy. Like if somebody calls me up and says I got a part, you want to do it? Yeah, I'll do it. But like, there's only so much time in the day. Like I can't.
Yeah, I know.
So
Be
for you,
like-
it's more about saying yes to the right projects.
Well, if I want this show to be as funny as it can be, I gotta,
Gotta be
and I'm
all in.
also a comedian. I
Gotta
gotta
be
be
all
all
in.
in on this.
You
I
have
can't
to,
also
man.
be going like, well, I want to work my way up to 20th lead
Exactly
in a
what I
movie,
said.
and then 19th,
Yes.
and start climbing 3 mountains at the same time,
Yep.
and
Fuck,
bringing
man.
the backpack up this one, and then.
But that's what
coming
they
back
try
down
to do to you, right?
gotta be
But-
all
but-
in.
But you do get. The problem is the more successful you get more and more opportunity, and people want to pull you in 5 different directions. Like you got guys like me.
Well,
trying
yeah,
to be
they just
friends
want
with
to
you.
stick you. They want to stick you on something so that they can use whatever you have
Yeah.
to shine a light on that
Yes.
thing. So then you just you just say no. Just
You
say,
got
I'm too busy.
helicopter, you got baking, you got catch with me.
I play drums.
I'm taking drum lessons. I'm nowhere near as
I
good
play
as
the
you, I'm sure.
tambourine.
Oh, you play?
I want in.
Yeah,
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm taking lessons. I'm obsessed with, but it's again between boxing and drums and tennis and stand up and this, and I don't have
Now,
a lot
why
of
would
time.
you want to leave that life to become an actor sitting on set 16 hours a
I
day?
hate
You're
it.
literally living the life of an 8-year-old, a rich kid
Preach to him,
who gets
Bill.
to do all
I
of that.
agree with you.
And he's never happy. He's
Well,
never happy.
When I'm selling out Madison Square Garden, I'm going to retire.
No,
Well,
you
it'll
still won't
never
be
happen.
happy.
Well,
You
Really?
still won't be happy.
Really?
Happiness is a choice, Brian.
I know, but before you leave, when you
true.
sell out Madison Square Garden, like tell me what you feel like when you're done with that. That is the pinnacle.
This is what.
And
this-
nobody deserves it more, by the way. after
This is
25
what. This
years.
is what I did that day. I rented a drum kit and some amps, and me and my friends went in and we jammed in an empty Madison Square Garden. I had like the best time. Oh yeah,
awesome.
I got video. I'll show you video of it.
I want to see this.
And it kind of turned it into like this just fun thing, and not like a clubhouse. It's still a big place, but like it just became. We was just having fun, sharing it with other people. Like my agent, my publicist, one plays drums, one plays guitar. I got them up there, and they were fucking just geeking out. And they still send me text messages going, "I can't believe we got to do that." So then when the show came around, I had Paul Verzi open, and then Joe DeRosa went on next, and Joe had worn this old Golden Girl lady fucking sweater. The thing was horrific, and he went on stage. And nobody heckled him, and it like bugged me. And you don't want your opening acts to get heckled because you don't want to have that type of environment. But the sweater was so awful. Somebody should have said something, and nobody said anything. So when I went up there, without even thinking, I was like, "Hey, keep it going for Paul Verzi, and keep it going for Joe DeRosa and that fucking Golden Girl sweater." And it just became a comedy club, and I was immediately comfortable, and it never
died.
dropped, and I did
Wow.
every joke I wanted to. Dude, it was an absolutely perfect night, and
Was family there? Did your family see it?
yep, I took it right up to 10:28, 10:30. I'd be in trouble with the union, and then I got off, and like the next day when I woke up, there was no letdown. I did everything I wanted to do. It couldn't have gone any better, and I felt totally
Did you shoot it?
satisfied.
Was that your special?
No, I recorded it. I think specials in those look weird.
Yeah.
You're just standing there in front of like a 200-foot curtain, and you're this little person.
There's almost no, and also there's like I feel like when you do that and it's your special, there's only downhill from there. Like it's hard to kind of follow that in a way. Then you do your next one in a comedy club, and I don't know. I mean,
No, there's certain comics shoot them in there, and it's like it makes sense. For me, it didn't make sense. So I did record it,
right.
and I'm gonna put it out. Like I did that one time when I did Carnegie Hall. I recorded because I wanted to document that I was there. But then there was too much overlap from that show to my special, so I just put it out on vinyl. You know, so it'd be like for hardcore fans. Like you got to go out of your way to be like, dude, I bought your record.
That's cool,
in
though.
2013. You know, and I'm pissed right now. You're
I
gonna
like
be
that.
psyched that it's that. So I have an idea for this thing. It's actually I'm gonna put out all 90 minutes. It's gonna be like the old school like double album. I'm gonna lose money on it.
So what?
But
cool,
it's
though.
gonna be cool
Fucking
as
Yeah,
shit.
great.
hell yeah.
So, which is something that
That's a collector's item. That's what you give somebody a gift if they're a Bill Burr fan.
But that's what I as far as like the way I go through this business is if it's cool and it can be fun, and I don't look at the money.
Yeah.
But if you keep doing that, it's cool, fun shit. You get a following, and then the money hopefully will come.
Yes.
Love it, Bill.
Yes.
So
Thanks for coming, man.
all right,
You gotta get
guys.
out of here,
Thank
brother.
you. Sorry I didn't bring my my Christmas sweater.
You're the greatest.
Well, we didn't give
we're
you
giving this to you.
You weren't included on the
We
email.
wove these for you on our loom. We have a Christmas
Absolutely.
loom. Yeah.
You
All right, we're
probably
gonna
shirtless
pause.
when you
We're gonna
did it, too.
pause and walk Bill out because that's how we roll. Brendan, I was walking up some stairs after my show, and there was a woman who was behind me, and I felt her eyes boring into my cakes, as women do when I'm walking upstairs because I
Problem.
arched my back and I got some cakes on me. And she said, "Those are very expensive jeans, aren't they?" And I said, "Why do you say that?" She goes, "Because I'm in the fashion business and I know denim." And I said, "They are very expensive jeans." I told a lie because you know what I was wearing? My 54club.com jeans, and they looked super expensive, but they're not expensive.
They're not, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But
know.
guess what? Guess what I wore on stage all 4 days in Atlanta?
5'4",
My
Brian.
5'4" jeans. That's right. Because I love them. And they hug my cakes real well.
Well, for you, I think more than anyone, you need someone like 5'4". You don't have to go to the store. They deliver it.
I don't have to
every
think
month.
about it.
Nothing.
Yeah.
You just go online, go to 54club.com. You go online, and you can basically pick what your style is, the colors you like, and they send you a package every month, just something to add to your wardrobe.
But it's still more than that for me because I was nervous. Well, I know we went to see the 5'4" clothing, and I put it on. I liked it. But I always get nervous that I'm going to have to talk about something that I'm not going to really ultimately wear because I'm particular about what I wear.
Yeah.
And the fact that I wear,
Well, they're not forcing you to wear it either.
no, I know that, but
Yeah.
the fact that I choose to wear it, like I wear those jeans and I wear the sweatshirts and I wear the jacket, that it gives me great comfort to be able to talk about 54club.com. The clothing is it looks really good, it holds up, and it looks like it's expensive, but it's not. So 54club.com.
54club.com.
Why are you laughing about that? Is that not a ringing endorsement?
No, it's good.
Well, it's good quality.
So for you guys that entered into the giveaway, the 54 peeps and myself have decided on the winner. So for all you guys that applied on our Instagram, the
Drum
54
roll.
Club,
With bells.
Bells helped it out. Yeah, Tyler Taschereau, come on down.
Taschereau. Step on down, Tyler Taschereau.
At Tyler Taschereau, and he tagged at Boomer_Trey and at Chris Chavez.
It just got a lot more handsome up here from Mr. Taschereau. Step on down.
And your friends.
Oh, and your friends and your two buddies. Got creating your own 5-4 crew.
Couple of 1, 2, 3 lookers out in Hollywood.
You guys
these
in a
days.
good looking? Are you guys in a gang called Good Looking or something? Nah. It's
Nah.
called 54club.com.
Well, guess what, you three? Tyler, Boomer, and Chris, you guys are getting 3 free months of 54club.com. Thank your buddy Tyler, Boomer, and Chris. So there you go, Tyler Taschereau, Boomer, and Chris. You guys are getting the goods. You guys won the contest. Congrats, and thanks for playing, everyone who came
The
out to
Taschereau
the
effect.
Instagram.
The Taschereau effect.
54club.com for everyone else. Enter promo code FIGHTER. Get 30% off your first month. There's no obligation. You can stop at any time you want. I think it's, I don't know.
It's
For
risk-free.
me, it's risk-free. It's easy. It's really nice clothes. I wear it all the time. You guys see it.
Well, just see for
Callan's
yourself.
buying in.
Yeah, try it.
Try it. 54club.com, promo code FIGHTER. Hey, Tyler, enjoy that.
Taschereau sounds like a martial art. What do you study, Taschereau?
He definitely have some, you should check him out, Kate. He definitely has some sort of Asian background. I went to his Instagram. and looked.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know it's
It
the
might
holidays.
be Tashiro. Is it Tashiro?
Tashiro.
How do you spell it? Because I think it's Tashiro. If it's Tashiro, he's Japanese.
It might be. Let me see.
Yeah, and you're saying Tashiro. Damn it. Damn it. Say the man's heritage.
Well, his first name's Tyler.
That's true.
So
That's true. For sure, relax.
relax.
What,
If it was like Ishi Tashiro,
Yeah.
then I get it.
yeah. Eiko.
Tyler.
But how do you spell it? Let me see.
It is Tashiro.
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 Tashiro is Japanese.
Tashiro. Enjoy your clothes.
Tashiro.
Tashiro. 54 Club. Tashiro.
All right, let's
move on.
get-
54club.com,
not
promo
ruin
code
everything with-
FIGHTER. Did you watch the fights this weekend?
I did watch the fights this weekend.
You want to go through them a little?
I do. Well, I asked you.
Interesting night.
Yeah.
Interesting night. Interesting night.
Should we start with the title card, or would you want us to work our
the
way
title card?
out? Do you want to start with the
do you
title
mean
fight? Is what I
Oh.
mean. The title fight. Or do you
No,
wanna
let's work
all
our
right.
way. I thought, let's start off with our boy Nate Dogg.
Nate Dogg looked good, didn't he? Nate Dogg looked
Nate
good.
Dogg got the
clipped,
wind.
Got clipped.
He got wobbled.
At first got wobbled. Came back with a KO on a very tough.
A counter
CB
right
Dalloway.
hand, clean to the face. CB Dalloway, for sure don't lead with your head. I
Mm.
think you just underestimated Nate Dogg, and boy, did he pay for it.
You said to me, Nate looks good. I mean, and he always looks good, but you.
Compared to his previous fights.
Yeah.
I think, obviously we've never bet against Nate, and Twitter's hilarious to me. Everyone goes, "Oh, I thought you said Nate should retire. Now you're eating your words." No, you stupid fucks. What this does,
no, you stupid fox.
no, you fucking dummies. What this does
Oh my
is
God.
it delays his retirement. I think it's the best and worst thing that happened.
You
to Nate.
want to your concern
worried about Nate's health.
is about his head,
Yes.
and because he's your friend and you're a fighter, that's very normal for somebody who's been in the game as close to it as you have. Nate's been fighting since he was 17. If you didn't give a shit about his health and his head, there'd be something wrong with you.
Well, I'll tell you this: anyone close to Nate, yeah, and I might take heat for this, but have I ever filtered myself? His manager, myself, his old head coach. No one wants him to fight.
Sure,
So when he won this,
they love him.
all three of them text me, "Damn," because
Are you speaking out of school here? Should we be careful?
no,
Okay.
no,
Yeah, I
Hey,
mean, it comes
really
from
close
love.
with these guys. I got this.
all right.
Yeah.
Nate said to me, he texted me and he said, when he was walking out to fight, some fan, some a-hole goes, "Hey, dude, the fighter and the kid bet against you."
Oh, we call that a moron.
Yeah, he's a more because of course we didn't.
I've
And
never
I said
picked
to him, I
any
go,
fight in my life
dude, we
against Nate.
always go with you because
Never.
you're our boy.
Nate knows I love him. The reason I love Nate and I have such a strong opinion when he fights is because I'm very, very close with Nate.
Yeah.
I would not be anywhere without Nate. Nate took me under his wing, so any of that.
Exactly. So you're
I'm
concerned with him
so
as
happy.
emotional.
Like I would have loved for Nate to clip him and then announce his retirement. That's my perfect case scenario.
Yeah.
But no, Nate's gonna get a top 10 guy now.
yeah.
100%. It's
Yep.
Nate Dogg. Great counter. His boxing hasn't looked that good in I don't know how long.
He's
I
just a
thought
beast.
back with Trevor Whitman, he looked great. Nate's always had crazy KO power. When we used to
Really?
spar with Nate, oh my God, his right hand is from the heavens. I mean,
Jesus.
Nate is a monster.
God.
Yes,
Yeah, a complete beast.
monster. So we'll leave that on the undercard. Nate Dogg looked great. The first fight, the women's fight, was whatever. Yeah, for sure. Don't kick the main card off with that. And then
How cute is Miss Poland? Where is she from? Well, I mean, what is her name?
she's from Poland.
No, I know. But what's her name? It's hard to pronounce.
I just started calling her Double K.
Yeah,
There you go. Cutie pie.
KK.
she's the Muay Thai
not bad.
champ, right?
Yes.
Well, she wasn't. That was on the main card. That was on was that the main card?
I think so. It was her and Randa Marcos.
I
Yes.
thought that was on the undercard.
Nope, she was on
that
the
was
main
the
card.
first fight on Fox.
and
main
she's the one
card.
that took it on 8-day notice.
Yeah, Carolina.
Oh, and she fought
Kowalkiewicz.
Sarah Kaufman.
Kowalkiewicz.
No, she fought Randa Marcos.
Kowalkiewicz.
The girl that fought Sarah Kaufman.
You guys are getting confused. The girl who fought Sarah Kaufman is the multi-time world champion Muay Thai.
Valentina Shvevchenko.
Yeah, you guys got him
Man, these
confused.
words are tough.
You guys
Names
got
are
him
tough.
confused.
Okay.
So she fought Sarah Kaufman on the undercard,
Okay.
and she's the multi-time world champion Muay Thai artist. Took on 8 days notice and destroyed Sarah Kaufman, which is impressive.
Yeah.
And she did it really grappling. She didn't even really use her stand-up.
Wow.
She looked amazing. Yeah. So then the other fight, what?
Well, Nate Diaz, Michael Johnson.
That was the third fight.
Yeah, that was the third one.
That's right. Listen, man, I thought Diaz looked amazing. He's the best shape we've ever seen him in. Great game plan. He just put the pressure on Michael Johnson. Michael Johnson's never done really great with pressure. But I'll tell you the thing that I knew Michael Johnson was fucked is when his corner was going, "Don't quit, don't quit, stick
weird.
with it, don't quit."
Yeah, what does that mean?
It means mentally he's shutting down. It means it basically means that when the going gets rough with Michael Johnson, a lot of the times, and we've seen this certain times where when it's a tough fight and it's not going your way, a lot of guys shut down. Where they're like, fuck, don't give up. His corner said, don't give up.
Yeah.
When I hear that, I'm like, oh, fuck.
Damn.
But I thought Diaz looked tremendous.
Yeah. A beast.
I had it 2 rounds to 1.
Calling out Conor McGregor,
wasn't,
too.
Everyone is. Literally everyone did. It wasn't an ass whooping like I think a lot of people said. I had it 2 rounds to 1. The third round was close. I had the first round Michael, second round Diaz, and then third round Diaz. Close, but great fight. I just think Diaz got in his head and really just mentally fucked him.
Yeah.
In the fight, he was breaking him. He was talking shit, doing all this funny stuff. And Michael Johnson got in this war where he stood in front of him and with the longer striker.
Not a
was
good
eating-
idea.
He was eating 1-2s all night.
And Michael Johnson's so elusive. That's never been his thing. He's always moving. He's always moving.
He's athletic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very athletic. Always really, really good at moving. But that's true. It feels like Nate baited him into his game. But if you said Conor McGregor and Nate Diaz, that's the fight for Conor McGregor.
Yes, 100%.
Nate Diaz, excellent boxer, but Conor has more power. Nate taller, longer.
Yeah, I think if I'm the UFC brass and I'm looking at what's the biggest payday, and I'm looking at Conor McGregor, right? That's your cash cow. His next fight should be Diaz.
Not Junior Dos Santos. I'm sorry, not Dos Anjos. Junior Dos Santos. Definitely not Junior Dos Santos, but Dos
So
Anjos.
I think
Thank you for that.
I think
pause.
if he fought Dos Anjos, it just stylistic. Again, I love Dos Anjos. Love him. Phenomenal fighter. Best 155 in the world by far, obviously. Stylistic wise, if I'm trying to map this out, it's not as big as a payday. It's not gonna make as much noise. Diaz is
Because
more,
Diaz talks.
is more famous
Yeah.
to the media. He's more famous
And he's
to,
a talker.
to the public.
Yeah.
And he won't be mind fucked by Conor.
No.
Can you imagine that press tour? And Conor's never fought at 55. the risk involved. Diaz he's longer. He has a high output. He's taller.
Good
His
boxer.
jiu-jitsu is probably better, but I don't see him knocking Conor out. So I think in an ideal world, it should be Diaz,
Well, it feels
which is
like,
the fight because
yeah, they'll get into a boxing match. It feels like it would be a straight up boxing match.
I don't
between
think
the two of
so.
us. Really?
No, because I wouldn't label Conor as a boxer. He has phenomenal kicks. His movements, not boxing.
But he knocks people out with his hands, not his feet.
He's done both. He's a phenomenal kicker. Amazing
Not-
kicker.
I feel like his strength is his punching.
Is his striking.
Yeah, I mean he
But this is the difference,
his left hand.
obviously. But
Yeah.
the difference is Diaz is strictly boxer.
Right.
Really.
Right.
He has boxing movement. Conor McGregor doesn't have boxing movement. His background's not boxing.
Interesting. I'd love to see it.
That's the fight. Because what are you gonna do? A press tour with Dos Anjos? How's that gonna go?
Well,
down?
I just feel like also Dos Anjos is a dangerous situation because he's bigger, stronger, and there's no reason to believe that he wouldn't take Conor to the ground.
I agree.
and
Just
that's
like you
hard
with
to get
Pettis,
off.
Cowboy.
Oof. Man, yeah, he's worn.
Plus, Dos
he's worn
Anjos is
guys
a
down.
bigger 55er, so him cutting to 55, he's a
Yikes.
big dude. So, that's a tough matchup, man. Can Conor do it? 100%. 100%.
I think so.
Yeah, it's a close fight. It's tough, man. It's either. I think the fights are either Diaz or Frankie Edgar. Other than that, I don't see anything happening. I don't think they do RDA. I don't see that happening.
No.
Not right now.
Why? Because it's too much of a risk to their golden boy.
I think it's too much of a risk. How do you sell that? Granted, you can say, well, he's champ. I know, man. It was tough enough for the public
Yeah,
to
it's
buy
true.
Aldo.
It's true.
Who's a 10-year.
Frankie Edgar
Hasn't
though,
lost in
is
10 years.
Like Rogan was saying, Frankie Edgar's the fight. Frankie Edgar's been waiting in the wings. He's a former.
I'm not
champ.
saying who deserves it because we want to
No.
talk about who deserves
No,
it.
we're
It's
talking
Jose
about-
Aldo. Jose Aldo
Well,
should be fighting him
I agree
again.
100%.
If we're going by who
I agree
deserves
100%.
it, it's Jose Aldo.
I agree 100%. That
I'm
guy,
not saying that. I'm
hasn't
saying- I'm
earned
saying-
a rematch. That guy,
I agree.
Jose Aldo hasn't earned a rematch. One of the greatest, most dominant fighters in the past 10 years.
I agree.
What? It'd be very hard to be Jose Aldo and not have tremendous bitterness and resentment for what an amazing human being he has been. As far as holding
human
that title
being?
for 10 years.
Was a fighter.
That's
not
what I
human
mean.
being, yeah.
Well, I just think keeping up that kind of training and that work ethic and all that stuff and being that skilled is really, really difficult. Give him a title shot. Give him another shot, especially because he got knocked out so quickly. I don't know, man. I'm
Well, that's why you wouldn't give him a title shot.
because you want to let him recover for a year.
No, because you're saying it wasn't even a fight. I think Jose. If I'm going by the books, Jose Aldo's fighting Conor next.
Yeah.
If I'm Dana White, Scrooge McDuck, greedy as fuck, I'm having Diaz and Conor on a world tour with just non-stop shit talking.
Yeah, shit talking. Yeah.
If you want to break pay-per-view numbers, you have Diaz. If you want to do what's
Just
right,
business.
you have Aldo. If you want to get crazy and put your golden boy in the worst fight out of all of them, you're going to give him Frankie Edgar or Dos Anjos.
Yeah.
Now let's see what they do with him.
Oof.
It's tough, man.
If Conor beats, I have to say, like if
I
Conor's,
wouldn't bet against Conor on any of those.
well,
I think Conor can win all those.
if there's anybody I'm going to bet against Conor with, I'm not betting against Conor if he fights Nate Diaz, but I'm not betting against him if he fights Jose Aldo, obviously, and I didn't the first time. But if he fights Frankie Edgar,
Tough fight.
I have to tell you that I would probably
Conor's the favorite
is he
in Vegas.
I would
barely.
I would probably be hard pressed not to take Frankie Edgar in that fight.
That's a toss-up.
because Frankie Edgar keeps such pressure. He's got great footwork, and he's just gonna try stopping that double leg. Try stopping Frankie
The
Edgar's
only
double,
thing
double
is,
leg.
Conor lands that left hand. It is game over.
It's game over. But Frankie's elusive, and he's hard to put that
He's been
left
hit
hand on.
though. I disagree.
Well,
Frankie's
Gray
been
Maynard hit him.
Frankie's been hit a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a great fight though.
It's a great fight.
Again, you can sell that. Frankie Edgar, he's a multi-time world champion.
You
phenomenal
might
fighter.
see with Frankie Edgar, you might see the same thing that happened to Cub Swanson, just that constant pressure. And Cub Swanson's so good if you give him distance, but I don't know, man. When he's in your face like that, it's fucking impossible. He doesn't get tired. You can't deal with that wrestling. He's so good at that. He's just no hesitation. He's really hard to deal with. So I don't know.
There's a.
Are you betting with Conor on that fight or Frankie?
I'll have to see when they make the fight.
Yeah.
I can't say. One thing I've learned, though, you don't bet against Conor.
You don't bet against Conor.
Fuck. Dude's magical. What other? And the fans also, I see it. It's ridiculous. How dare you talk about RDA on steroids, Dos Anjos on steroids. I never said Dos Anjos was ever on steroids. I never claimed that he was on steroids. In any fight, any main event from here on out, after July 1st when the strict testing started, the X factor is who was taking shit, who wasn't. I don't give a fuck if you're Brazilian, white, black, Mexican, whatever you are. It's an X factor for anyone.
First of all,
it has nothing to do with Dos Anjos. To me, that was an X factor in a title fight, 5 rounds. I'm not saying anyone is. There's been a lot of white guys who I think are taking stuff.
Listen,
it's part of the sport.
There are so many people.
To say it's an X factor is I've never accused Dos Anjos of doing drugs ever. He's never failed tests. I never said he's doing drugs. That's it.
Well, I think it's annoying that you have to even like caveat it or apologize for it.
No, I've never apologized.
No
one's apologizing.
I'm saying even defend yourself. Oh, guess what? In MMA, at the highest level, steroids are. I've never met anybody like candid conversations with people who are in the game, who are really close to the game, who are fighters themselves, who are coaches themselves. I've never heard anybody deny that steroids are rampant. I've never heard anybody say that most people aren't using them. So give me a break.
But the thing is, let's say, Jose Aldo, he's never tested positive, right, for anything.
Right.
The X factor is if he was taking something. Do I think he looks different? Yes. Does that mean he's taking stuff? No. Who knows? He could, like Rogan said, he could have been doing cardio or anything.
Right.
I'm not going to apologize for shit.
Right.
But it's a huge X factor.
Yeah.
And any writer or any fan out there who turns a blind eye, they're just uneducated about the sport.
Yeah.
I think I know what I'm talking about. I think I've been in camp with some of the biggest people in the world. Yeah. And I think it's always been a recurring issue.
Yeah.
But you can't take away from what Aldo's done for 10 years.
No.
Whether he was on it, I'm not saying he is, even if he was or not.
He's still a great
What he
fighter.
did, the guys he was fighting were also on it.
Exactly. That guy is, you can't take anything away from his
Now let's
legacy.
talk about X factors and go to the co-main event of Dos Santos and Overeem.
Yeah, and Overeem.
Okay, again, X factor. Overeem off drugs. Overeem's a notoriously PED user.
Yeah.
I can say that with full faith. Overeem has been he's tested positive before.
Sure.
He is a guy who has used PEDs.
Just look at the difference in his body.
No. That's a given.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, right? So in this fight, the X factor was how is Overeem going to fight without all being on the sauce?
Yeah. Did
Well.
pretty well.
I mean, the first round, it was tough, right? It was a dance. It was almost like
So
figure
cautious,
skating.
yeah.
And people are talking shit about it, and even who I was watching with, people were like, this is so boring. I went, let me say something here.
As a heavyweight who has to deal with that kind of power.
As a heavyweight who's been in there without knockout artists, the level of miscue you can have, your level of mistakes is so narrow.
The margin for error is almost
that
nil.
the respect you have to have for each other. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes it takes a little while to get going because if you even fuck up a little, the fight is over with Overeem or Dos Santos. So that's why those two are so cautious. They're trying to get a read on each other. But
It's almost like sword fighting, right? Like you have one shot sometimes. Like it feels that way,
man.
right?
Because as soon as you do something, you don't know, it could be game over.
Yeah.
So those being
So you're
cautious.
staying away from each
so
other.
I get it. Yeah. So when people are booing it, I'm like, God damn it, man.
Yeah.
You go in there and fight Dos Santos.
Right. Because
you go charge Junior Dos Santos. Let me know how it works out for you.
Because I was going to ask you, also with boxing, there's a lot of duck and weave, slipping punches. But the problem with small gloves like that, with that kind of speed, it's getting within striking distance is such a liability.
If you watch the heavyweight fight with Ortiz and Jennings, those are 10-ounce gloves. Ortiz knocked Jennings the fuck out with an uppercut.
Yeah.
And those are big-ass gloves.
Yeah.
Overeem and Dos Santos are just as big with 4-ounce gloves on. What? So, in that second round when Dos Santos finally opened up, and I've always said this, and it's not a knock on Dos Santos. This happens to anyone on an older quarterback, Peyton Manning, Peterson, basketball players, whoever. There comes a time where the run's over. It's just over, man. Certain shit happens in your life where from prior experiences inside the octagon or on the
Wars.
field where it finally catches up to you. You're just not the same guy.
Yeah.
Is he still a top 10 guy? Fuck yes. He's still a phenomenal fighter. Is he going to be champ? No.
Why?
Hey, it's over.
Why? Like, why do you think? Because you figure at 38 or whatever he is, your
I think
body's
he's
still.
32.
Well, that's very young. Your body is actually at its peak.
Very young
so,
for who?
Well,
Peak according to who?
well, that's what I'm asking.
Because
you.
for a 30-year-old running back, the game's over.
Is
At
it?
30 years old, there's no more running.
Wow.
As a fighter,
Wow.
you know, him taking those beatings with Kane,
Yeah.
that's 10 rounds of pure beatdown.
Yeah.
Most UFC heavyweights don't get 10 rounds.
So do you think
in
that
and they don't get 10 rounds in 5 fights?
But
as
is
a
it
fighter.
a function of the
It's wear and tear, Brian.
brain trauma or just wear and tear on the body?
Both.
Both.
I think both.
Because you push yourself to the extent you have injuries that just
There's
you can't train
injuries.
as hard. You don't react as fast. All that stuff, huh? It's in a way though, actually too, and I don't know if I'm right, and I don't have data, but I do know that if you look at baseball players before they were using steroids, as they would get into their 30s and their bat speed would slow down, they'd get more injuries. Their career was starting to wind down. I mean, if you back in the day, if you had a 35-year-old
Any athlete.
baseball player, yeah,
Any athlete.
and obviously PEDs allow you to play longer in your 30s. So you can shatter records and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's where the asterisk comes in. But I would imagine, yeah, it's you're going to see.
But what's that have to do with Dos Santos?
Well, the one bummer is that as they become more strict about what you can do with your body, I'm not saying Dos Santos was doing steroids, but you're going to see definitely in MMA shorter careers.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're taking away a little bit from Overeem and Dos Santos here.
They fought for so long.
Yeah, I mean, Overeem has 50 fights or something like that. You know, he's
Yeah.
a salty record. And then Dos Santos, I mean, he had a phenomenal career.
What a tough guy. Look,
What?
the
He's one of the
beatings.
best.
What a
Again,
tough
I'm
son
not
of a-
saying he's not a top 10 fighter. He's
Yeah.
probably top 5.
Yeah.
He just beat Stipe, you know, who's 3. So
Awesome, yeah.
I think again, the X factor is this drug testing, man. And Overeem, horse meat, whatever the fuck he was taking, knocked Dos Santos out,
Yeah.
clean out with a left hook.
Yeah.
He's a phenomenal striker. And that was also his last fight on his UFC contract.
He's had a bit of a run here.
He's won 4 in a row, 4
Yeah.
of his last 5.
Wow. Who's next for him? Who do they give him?
Well, he
to?
wants a title shot. That's what he's saying.
Be interesting.
They could do it for sure.
Why not? Is Kane injured or is he? Is he
Nope,
waiting
they're
in the
fighting
wings?
February against Verdum. Let's go to the next fight. Main event.
Main
Our
event.
boy Donald Cerrone.
Well, I asked you, and you said something that was really interesting. I said, what happened, and you said some nights you don't feel like fighting.
Well,
You
this
said-
is
you said-
what the Cowboy said. He put some nights. He tweeted out. He goes, some nights you show up to the office and you don't feel like being there. It just so happens in my line of work, you get your ass kicked. Yeah. Now, and when you called me after Donald's fight, you said, what happened? I said, I just don't think Donald showed up. And I said, it happens. It literally, it's the UFC, fighting the UFC, it's no different than you going to work every day.
Well, you said to me, you
sometimes,
go, "Do you ever not wanna
let me
do
get it out,
stand-up?"
let me get it out. So, like, you do stand-up all the time. And I said, Brian, is there any nights where you get on stage you don't feel like being there? Of course, man. There's just something happens where sometimes you don't want to be there. For Donald, and it's happened before, but he's won before. But when you fight a guy like Dos Anjos, you're not going to get by with anything, man. So Dos Anjos, he had a point to prove. He feels like he has this chip on his shoulder where people aren't taking him serious. So he went out there and made a point with Donald, who, didn't want to be there. And I talked to Leister Bowling, who's his coach, and he just said, sometimes Donald just doesn't feel like fighting.
It's funny. If you were a surgeon and you were like, I just don't feel like working on your heart today, but I guess I'll do it.
They do that. I have
know.
a good buddy who's a surgeon.
Really? Open heart surgery today. I hope I do good. I just don't feel like doing this today. Pilot, I got to fly how far? Ugh.
It's
Hey,
autopilot,
ladies and gentlemen.
though. It
Hey,
flies
ladies and gentlemen.
itself.
I know. We're going to be cruising at 3,700 feet. Honestly, don't feel like fucking
But that's
flying
what
today.
you sign up for. It's like, dude, I've been there. Me and Lisa were having this talk. I said, bro, remember when I fought Roy Nelson?
You didn't feel
I
like it?
literally told him, I said, bro, if they would let me fight him any other night, I'm good.
You just
I
didn't
just don't
feel
feel
like
like
fighting.
it today. I don't feel like getting in a scuffle today.
By the way, most of us, if you did a poll of most human beings and you said, do you feel like getting into a serious fist fight that could last 50 minutes? Most people would be like, absolutely not.
No, but that's their job. That's what we signed
Still.
up for. No, that's different.
I
That's
know.
different because
It's
when
still hard.
fighting's your job, I'm just saying if you can relate to people who work 9 to 5s. I mean, sometimes even when
Yeah.
work's good, you don't feel like being there. Sometimes shit happens.
No, but I'm saying fighting is so extreme. Like you have to be there. You have to be so present. And it's just, yeah, there's no, you get your fucking ass kicked. There's no like, I had an off night. No, you're going to get.
Well, it's like if I sell cars, I don't feel like being there. It's like, fuck, man, I sold 2 instead of 10 cars.
Right.
If I show up to the octagon, I don't feel like being there. It's like,
got
fuck,
concussed.
I got my face and teeth kicked in.
Yeah.
And everyone saw it. And oh, yeah, I spent 12 weeks training for this. What I didn't like is Donald had too much time off. What'd I tell you? I said the one thing I don't like is they gave Donald too much time off.
Yeah.
He has to fight, bam, bam,
he has
bam,
to be in
bam.
the fire.
Where you can't think and just
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
Boom, boom, boom,
yeah,
boom.
Yeah.
Sucks for Donald, man. I was feeling for him. That was a bummer.
Yeah. Greatness. He'll be back. Still got a lot more fighting him. Well, that's fight talk, ladies and gentlemen.
Booyah.
That's fight talk.
I will also be breaking it down more detailed with Joe Rogan
Yes,
tonight.
You will.
That's right.
Yes, you will.
So it'll be available by the time you guys get this.
I
You
know.
got some current events for us, Ev?
Yeah, Brennan, are you? I just noticed that I like the way your jeans are fitting. It just feels like things are rounder in the backside, and you just seem like you're drier and a little tighter down there. What's going on?
Wow, I'm so glad you brought it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's this.
And more colorful. I don't know why.
I don't either, man. But my 3-piece set, they
Yeah.
sit in. It's basically like Santa's beard. It's like wearing Santa's beard.
What? So what did you do? Did you get some pieces of Santa's beard?
I
and
caught
put them-
Santa and I shaved him, and then I
Jeez.
molded these underwear, and it's so comfy. A
Really?
little stinky, but comfy.
Let me see. Let me see.
You see, it's all white.
Hold on. Those are MeUndies.
I'm lying.
Those are MeUndies,
I
dude.
know,
Why
I'm
do you
lying.
say that?
Because
What, are they
I want
as
to keep them for
soft as
myself.
Santa's beard?
I want to keep them for myself.
So your 3-piece set is sitting in what feels like Santa's beard, but in fact it's modal.
It feels
Is that
like
made
Santa's
from
beard,
Austrian
and then
birch
it
trees?
feels like reindeer's tail
Oh,
down the
man.
backside.
Yeah. Well, MeUndies, I'll tell you this. I wear a pair of sweatpants
Oof.
every single
Aren't
night.
those nice?
And by the way, sans underwear, so things are flapping around,
Mm-hmm.
and they're pretty obscene when I have company. But I don't let that get in the way.
It molds to it, doesn't it?
Well, it molds to it, and they couldn't be softer. But here's the thing: couldn't be more resilient. That modal will last forever. It'll just last forever. You can use it to strain water, to sail
wow.
a ship, to tie up an enemy. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff you can use that material for. It gives, but then it comes back. You know what I'm saying? It'll stretch. It'll be like, see ya, but then it always comes back. Kind of like the prodigal son, if you
Oh,
will.
wow,
you know what I
man.
mean? Go out in the world, son. I'm kicking you out of my house, but he always comes back. That's how I feel every time I put
Wow,
on the
bro.
MeUndies.
Well,
yeah, I'm
I
good
think
with
you sold
metaphor.
them. I think you
I'm good
sold
with
them.
metaphor, guys.
So guess what, guys? Go to MeUndies.com/fighter right now. Get 20% off.
Now?
Right now. And get 20% off your first order. Plus, all orders in the U.S. and Canada always ship for free.
It's Christmas.
Oh,
Don't
and
be
guess
silly.
what? It gets better. MeUndies gives you a money-back guarantee. If you don't love your first pair of undies and you get pee-pee stains on the front, keep them.
Really?
Don't send them back.
Don't care. They don't want him back.
No, we ain't trying to sell these. That's right.
Let's get these skid marks out of this. No.
Booyah. MeUndies.com/fighter. That's MeUndies.com/fighter.
There it is.
All right. During training camp, is having sex a bad idea? I know a lot of boxers go that route. I was wondering what your take is on it. # the big brown dick down.
Yeah, I know you got to dick them down. The thing is,
It's really funny. The big brown dick down
yeah,
is
it is.
great.
The thing is that that's an old myth. Studies have shown that when you don't have sex and release that tension, however you want to do it, that your body actually goes, oh, we don't need all this testosterone. Let's lower it. So when you don't have sex, you're not releasing it. Your levels actually lower because your body goes, oh, we stop making it. He's not doing shit anyways. Let's stop. He's honey dicking us.
Yeah.
He's getting us all riled up, but we don't need to keep producing it. But when you're, active, then your testosterone's higher. I'm not saying to have an orgy the night before a fight.
I am.
But you're fine. No, you want to keep your legs. You might wear your legs
Not
out.
me, buddy.
But yeah, that's an old ancient myth.
I know you've had sex where your legs started giving out, right? You ever had
Oh,
those
I've
situations?
wet.
Oh.
I've cramped up.
Oh, dude,
I've cramped up, wet dick, sweating, be like, God, hold on, give me a sec. Stretching, like,
Yep.
just give me a sec, hold on. Go ahead and get that toe for me. Go ahead and just push that toe back for me. I've been there, like, okay, we're good.
there you go.
All right, where were we? And then as soon as I get up, it hits me again.
Other leg. Other leg.
You want to hang out with the big man? It comes with a price.
I've got
need you to
I've
know how to
gotten an
stretch.
amazing front quad work from just getting low, crabbing up and going down. I've
yeah.
gotten just dang, and I'm taking all the power in my legs.
Shredded.
Oh, shredded, sweating,
Shreds.
sweating, and then when I'm done, I just walk off to the bathroom and let the shower just rivulet it down my body. I've earned it.
You
feel
sh-
like
you sure
that's
have.
why I masturbate
call it put
like
in
a
work.
donkey. Eehaw, eehaw.
Okay.
No, it just spikes my testosterone. All right,
You do have the
thanks.
highest testosterone anyone I know. What else you got, Ev?
All right, we kind of addressed this one during the show today, but we'll do it again. How come every time a Brazilian fighter fights, you guys mention the new drug testing and how certain fighters' bodies
Killing
change over
yourself.
time, blah,
You're
blah,
shooting
blah.
yourself too much. You're shooting yourself all over. Come on, man. No.
Hey man, been over this. Listen
Yeah.
to the show earlier.
Don't answer it because you'll get yourself in trouble.
Nah, not trouble. Who?
PEDs are.
Who's gonna get me in trouble?
PEDs
Podcast police.
Yeah.
Woo!
PEDs
woo.
are rampant in MMA. They're rampant in the American community. They're rampant in the Brazilian community. Anybody who says otherwise is lying.
Oh yeah. No, you can look at the statistics and see for yourself at www.gofuckyourself.com. Enter promo code suck this dick for 30% off.
All the evidence is at www.gofuckyourself.com and
Enter promo code Big
Shut
Brown
the fuck up.
doesn't give a fuck at for 30% off your entire life.
enter promo code. We're going to lunch. Thanks for your dumb question.
All right. Brian,
Yeah.
if you were to get Big Brown a gift for the holidays that he had to document himself using, what would it be?
God, that's a good question.
Yeah, it is.
And he had to document himself.
So document makes me basically put on
a
Instagram.
dildo.
You got me a dope espresso machine.
Yeah, you had to document yourself. Probably one of those like scooters where you have to like see how well you can
The
balance.
Segway.
That's a
thing.
cool
What are
thing.
those called?
Yeah.
That'd be a great gift.
Everyone knows what you're talking about.
The
but I don't know if
hoverboard
anyone
things?
actually knows what they're called.
The guy's getting sued because they're catching on fire, I guess.
Oh no.
That's a
hilarious.
problem.
Well, you know
Don't-
what?
don't get your
I wanna
kid
see
that.
You ride that thing till it catches fire.
Booyah.
Come see me this New Year's at the American Comedy Company. New Year's.
Where's
I got
that
two
at?
shows down in San Diego, man.
It's called the American Comedy
Great
Company.
club, small club, but a great club, and I love it. Come see me down at the American Comedy Club. Get your tickets now; they're going fast for New
Ooh,
Year's.
get them. Go see Brian the Kid Callen in San Diego. And
AmericanComedyClub.com.
guess what? You lovely people. The Fighter and the Kid live West Coast tour has finally added a Los Angeles date. We're based
Comedy
out
Store.
here, LA, the infamous Comedy Store. We are going. The tickets are going so fast.
It's gonna be exciting.
I'm sure there's still some left as we're saying this.
We sold
Comedy
a lot.
Store. Go to tfatk.com. That's tfatk.com. You can see all the cities we're going to. San Francisco, Sacramento, Portland, Seattle, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, San Diego.
Still tickets left for Portland and Seattle and Las Vegas
correct.
and San Diego at the House of Blues.
Yeah, they
hurry.
did open more.
Hurry and get your tickets.
But Los Angeles, get on it. It's one night, one show only. Let's do this. Love you guys. You guys bought the hoodies. You guys are amazing. You guys bought Master Kim. I can't thank you guys enough. You guys make it so much fun. Listen to me on Rogan tonight, which would be today for you guys. This is The Fighter and the Kid with Bill Burr. We're out.